Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
Hey guys, it's Eric. Just a quick reminder to smash the like button if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time. Leave your comments as well, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, because 64% of you at the moment, for some reason, aren't subs, so make sure you hit that button. Without further ado though, let's get into today's video. YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2004, episode 99, or 199. We're one episode away, one video away from 200 videos of Gallop Racer 2004 as an official series on this channel. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all of you that show great support, positive support on the channel for however long you've been here. I've been dealing with a lot still. That's why I haven't been live streaming. Guys, I always know if I'm not live streaming, it's because I'm extremely busy and I'm probably not in the best mental space. Don't assume it's just that I don't want to live stream. Live streaming with you guys is the most fun I usually have when I can do it. So if I can't do it, yeah, it's a bummer, trust me. So it's never that I don't want to. It's just like I'm either not in the mental space or there's a lot going on, or both, and that's actually usually what it is. So yeah, just say that, and it's just move forward, man. Really appreciate you guys for the support. It means more than you realize. So we have Golden Wings here, up in a grade 2, and Golden Wings. What are we doing with you? I don't have Golden Wings in my notes. I know I said what I was probably doing with them in the last episode, but I haven't played this game in almost 2 weeks, because obviously the last couple of videos were pre-recorded, so I've been having major brain fog the last like 72 hours, so it's going to be that type of episode. And guys, guess what time it is? I can finally laugh about something. Guess what time it is? It's 2 a.m. And you know what happens with 2 a.m. Gallop Racer videos. It's a whole lot of chaos. So if that's enjoyable for you, then you know what? That's okay for me. I can thrive in that for the time being. Alright, Mr. Wings. Mr. Golden Wings. See? There I go. That wasn't even intentional. It just happened. It happens. It does. My mind is always racing pretty fast, so it's always thinking about things, you know? Western Tiger has the record here. And we're off and racing in the grade 2. I forgot the name of the race. Breeders' Cup. Soon, right? Switching topics here. Breeders' Cup really soon. I gotta be honest, I haven't really watched horse racing in the last month. That lets you know how busy I've been. I've tuned into a race like maybe, what, twice a week? I really haven't kept up with it. I just haven't had the time, and you guys know I'm a Formula 1 fan, and I haven't even been keeping up with Formula 1. That should really tell you. Things are pretty hectic right now in my life. I don't know who's been winning, but like I haven't been keeping up with news. I hear things days after they've already been confirmed, you know what I mean? I haven't been watching the races completely all the way through, so that just lets you know where things are at. Breeders' Cup so soon. I'm excited, man. It's a lot of really good horses in all of the different classes this year, so that is something I will not be missing, and I will try my best to do some coverage on it. And I'm hoping I'll have more free time by that point. I've been really busy with work, obviously, so I'm hoping I'll actually have some days off during that time, which I'm kind of trying to. I have something in the works. We'll have to wait and see, though. And I think I've gotten started too late here with Golden Wings, but we'll see. Get outside, get outside, let's go. Oh, maybe not. Wait. 1.5? No, he's got a good run here. He's got a good run. Oh, Golden Wings might actually catch them. Hold on there a second. He lost the head-to-head. Still pushing. Wow. First race of the video, and somehow would look like an absolute disaster class. Wait. Nope. Did he get us? No, I think we still held on, right? Ooh, really close, really close. We still got there, right? Or did he get us? No. Yes, let's go. Oh, wow. Were we the favorite? No, we were second favorite. Okay. So that was actually the result we needed, but better. Fast Navy. Wow. Golden Wings beating Fast Navy in a grade 2 and Indian Lark. That's kind of a big deal here, people. Double S on the spurt. Wow. I think if I hadn't gotten started on the whip when I did, that surely would have ruined the race. I've just learned that obviously if it's a slow start, I need to do that at the least. Cleopatra's up in the Grade 1 Australia. 6 furlongs. And for Cleopatra, we're going for a... well... I wonder if... does anybody actually recognize that, does anybody actually recognize the tone of that song? See, I named her after a song by a certain artist. So if you know the song and the artist, then... you know. But if you don't know, then, well, I guess it'll just remain the mystery, won't it? Anyways, Miss Cleopatra, she is up. And, she only has 2 grade 1s, so we're going for her 3rd. And, or... does she really only have 2? I know I can't check here, but in my notes I had 2. I feel like she's won more than 2. But maybe it's only been 2. Okay, I'm going to stop saying that. Let's just win, right? Let's just go ahead and win. That's what we're supposed to do. Just win with her. That'll make it just whatever. Whether she has the unspoken number. He whose number we okay. Harry Potter, guys. Harry Potter, Voldemort. The name shall not... Anyways, Tigress of Stone has a record here. Let's just get into the race, right? And we're off, so... don't like this draw. 6 furlongs, though. We're going to have to make this work. What's her leg type again? Okay, she is a front-runner procedure. Okay. I'm actually glad I have it in my notes. I kind of thought for a second I didn't, but I do remember putting it there. So she wants to be like this. Even though the game is still not telling me yet, which is really a crime, but it is what it is. We're going to send her to the inside. She's probably not going to be maxed down. Maybe she will, though. No? Okay, no max down. That's fine. Look how long...
2 furlongs to go.
Okay, now we gotta go. You didn't lose the head-to-head. You're fine. You're fine. Oh, she did, though? Oh, no. I forgot that's a thing with her. How does that work? I saw the 10 horse. The 10 horse wasn't actually... I know I'm supposed to get started sooner with her, but... does that count as a head-to-head? That horse wasn't... oh, that's really frustrating. She got discouraged before that horse even caught up to us. I was paying attention. So that's annoying. That's a little concerning. You know what I mean? Because then, like... okay, so she does only have 2. 4 wins out of 7 starts. Cleopatra, my girl. You see, this is my girl, technically. Who I know I don't have to worry about that with. The lovely Gallop star. And real happy. Cleopatra, she is as strong as Tigress of Stone and Butterfly Effect, but she has the mental thing, you know? Ah. That stinks, bro. That actually stinks. I don't want to drop her to a grade 2, but you know what? I'm going to, because top 3 will go with the Golden Oaks anyway, so... oh, that stinks, man. That really stinks. I knew I should have gotten started sooner, but again, I wasn't expecting her to get discouraged from a horse that was still 2 lengths behind her. I couldn't have really foreseen that coming, you know? But it is what it is. I still obviously have to take a share of responsibility, so... it is what it is. It's a failure for both of us, the horse and me. She got discouraged from a horse that hadn't even beaten her yet, and I should have gotten her started sooner, so... Golden Wings. Do you have a grade 1 yet? None. 2 wins and 6 starts. I don't know if he's at his peak yet, or if he's close. I have no idea. I would kind of like to just shadow wherever Fast Navy goes, but I mean, we can't always do that. Just looking for a good race from Treasure 10.5. I like Golden Wings. I just don't know if he's ready for grade 1 wins yet, you know? Like, I don't want to put horses in a grade 1 until I think they can really win it, or at least finish in the top 3. But at the same time, like we have to figure out what he's capable of. So let's go ahead and run him 10.5. He has a distance for it. His stamina doesn't really represent that, but the game says 10 furlongs, so okay, we'll deal with it. Oh crap! Whoa! How I managed to remember to save in between 2 weeks of recording, so we can redo breeding if it doesn't go according to plan. There has to be Gallop Racer deities out there, right? That there has to be some divine Gallop Racer being that's actually watching over us and watching over me currently, because I was literally just going to go to the next race and just mess it up. It hit me just half a second. I'm like, wait, save, Eric, because breeding. It's March. I told you guys, the Gallop Racer beings, they exist somehow, and they're watching over, because there's no way I remember that. I promise you, I've been forgetting stuff. I forgot one of my favorite songs. I literally just brain fog. My mind was just elsewhere at the time, and I'm like, what is that one Def Leppard song I really like, man? It's Photograph. Come on, man, it's a banger. Shout out to all my 80s heads out there. Like, I literally... Yeah, I don't know how that happens. That has to be divine intervention. If it's not... I'm not saying luck. There's no way. Like, I actually remembered. Vivid Gemstones up in the Royal Cup. 6 furlongs. We should win. Now, he's already got the GWS under his belt. We're just going for a title at this point, so there's no pressure. Lost Saints in this field. Loud Salin. Frail Bank. Not worried about that horse. Loud Media. Blah, 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 blah. Lost Saints good, but, I mean... Vivid is still fast enough to win. He's still responsive enough. And he still has the power. So, yeah, we're going for the win. Lost Saint, what number is he? Lost Saint is number 12. Let's just keep an eye on number 12, because if he gets past us, then yeah, we're not going to come back and beat him. That hasn't happened. But
The horses are on the track.
as long as we get the jump, we certainly do have it. We certainly do have the chance. That's what's important. Well, let's get this going, shall we? Vivid Gemstone. This guy's been a riot, man. When I say a riot, I mean a really good time. It's really just felt like having Vivid Legend back, you know? But just Vivid Legend with the heart and tenacity of Pink Gemstone. Obviously, he really is the best representation of both of his parents. I love horses in this game that turn out exactly like both parents in different ways, you know? Instead of just one horse that just favors only like the father or the mother. I like when a horse actually favors both of the parents. There's qualities in them that you can notice from, you know, who gave birth to them. And I think that's really cool. I think that's something that's kind of overlooked in this game. I really do. I think that helps you to even appreciate the bonds with your horses even better. And there's Lost Saint right there. We got the jump. We got the jump. Now let's see if we can pull away here. Furlong and a half. Oh, Lost Saint's reeling us. Oh, wow. So no matter what I did, Lost Saint was just going to smoke us. Because you see, the rest of the field is behind us. But Lost Saint absolutely annihilated us. So I wasn't winning that race probably unless we had a revolution. Golly. I can't even be mad at that, bro. Because that's just like, there was nothing I could do. He destroyed us by 7 lanes. And you see those, I mean, you see those fractions, 10-6, 10-9, where we were flying, and Lost Saint smoked us. Now, would he smoke Vivid Gemstone in his prime? That's a different story, but since Vivid is on the decline, hats off. Lost Saint's one of the best horses that, you know, I know he's not, I mean, some people don't consider him like a special S-ranked horse, and I'm like, that's goofy. He still is. Don't be weird. You know what I mean? Don't be weird. Lost Saint is still a very strong horse in this game, and if you don't have the right horse, you're not beating him, so don't be weird. I remember seeing a comment like that. Oh, he's not that good. Okay, sure. We understand the Wonder Whales and everybody else. Heartful Delights. We understand, but Lost Saint is still one of the best generational Gallop Racer horses in the entire series. He's been one of the best horses since the first freaking game. Come on, people. I know sometimes people like to think I don't know my Gallop Racer, but I do. I may not know super intricate details, but when it comes to quality horses, yes, I think I have a good understanding of that. Free Fear is up in the Eagle S. Switching gears before I go on a rant. Nobody wants to hear that, do they? Second favorite. 92 speed, lightning fast. She's been a joy to ride with. She could go for a GWS dirt. I wasn't anticipating on it, but like we have no other dirt horses really that I think are capable of winning it, so might as well, right? Because I got her for a reason. Like Black Ruby. So we're gonna have some really good broodmares in the barn here soon. And stronger horses. And I'm using different horses. You know, I'm not going the traditional route. I'm trying to prove to people, especially some... You guys would be surprised. Those of you that are like longtime viewers, you'd be surprised. There are still some people kind of getting into Gallop Racer. And I know that sounds insane since it's a game that's no longer like being made. But like I still will eventually get a comment about somebody saying, hey, I gave, you know, Gallop Racer whatever a shot. Maybe a certain title. 2002 or 3 here. I know 2002 didn't exist, but 2003. You know what I meant. I'm saying that to say you'd be surprised. Like sometimes me showing different ways of doing things, it does help people. I have gotten those comments. That's why I do like playing the way I play. It shows people you can play this game in different ways and still achieve the same type of results. That's how I game. I've always played video games like that. I can always achieve something different, or achieve the same thing through a different result. Now, this is going to be tough. Come on, Free Fear. Fight back. You got it, girl. Oh, you got it. Don't... Or that horse, no. Fight back. Fight back. Come on, dig in. Did I get started too late? I mean, I know we're not supposed to win this anyways, but still. Oh, I got started too late, didn't I? Yep. Who is that? Odd Family? Or Cosmic Fear? Fair play, man. We're really racing against some tough horses right now. It's not like I'm losing to scrubs, you know what I mean? We lost to Lost Saint and Cosmic Fear. Like, we're not losing to scrubs, people. These are still very good horses in the game. Oh, yeah. I messed up on the spurt, though. That just slightly mistimed it, but she's in the GWS Dirt Hunt, and that's fine. And we need consistency. We've won titles without winning every race. You know, it's nice to win the race. That gives you a lot more freedom, but the way the AI kind of put their horses in races, I'm feeling okay about the fact that there may be a race or two we can take advantage of. Cosmic Fear may not be there. The rest of the field, I wasn't even thinking about the rest of the field. Like I really thought it was just a 2-horse race at that point. Totally forgot there were 10 or however many other horses in that field. So we don't have to run against Cosmic Fear again. We'll be okay, and if we do, I'll get started sooner and try to give ourselves the edge. Speaking of the Queen, though, Butterfly Effect. Butterfly Effect. I felt like I said Butterfly Effect. Like that. No. Butterfly Effect. She's up in the Heaven Stakes. 8.8. Not the favorite. Not that I care. Not that we care. I mean, she's 6 years old, man. Our girl. 66 speed. 78 power. And she's still winning. Now, is that going to happen today? We'll see. But her stats, she's still good enough to win. I don't care what the game says. We've proven we can win with her, even if we're not the favorite. Got to get her out in front. 2 lengths.
It's a
And
beautiful night for racing.
get a good start with her as well. As far as her spurt, so we don't get too...
The horses are in the gate.
yeah, we don't get like too smoked if we go too late, or too drained if we go early. That's not a good start, so we're really gonna have to push to the front here. Oh, no. There we go. I've never actually seen her with like the determination face right out the gate. I know I was pushing her hard, but I've pushed other horses way harder, and I've never seen that from any of them. This is what I love about her, man. Even past her prime, she still wants to race and win. She's still such a tough gal. She really is. And the field is separated by quite a bit, so hopefully we can use this to our advantage. Is somebody trying to challenge us? No. Soul Point wants to take lead, but not going to, so that works out for us. Who should I worry about? Solo looks a good sign. You know, I'm not worried about anybody. This is our race to win, so who cares?
This is where the race is won.
Max Stam, that's good. We haven't had that the last 2 races, so that lets me know I'm doing this correctly, but it's just, she makes it really easy, in all honesty. Okay, let's go, my girl. There we go. Give her a tap. She's still Max Stam. Let's go, Butterfly Effect. Come on now. 2 furlongs. You got plenty left to go. Let's run them down. When I say run them down, I mean, like, let's just kind of just run to the finish. Hold on. Hold on, my girl. Hold on, my girl. Don't let the one catch ya. Butterfly Effect. Can she do it? Can she do it? She can still do it. This is...
We have a winner.
I swear, if there's anybody listening that still doesn't understand the value and the greatness of this girl that we have been witnessing for 4 years on the track, shame on you. Shame on you. 5th favorite, we don't care. We don't care. We do not care. That's what she does. That's what I mean. Butterfly Effect is like the greatest horse we have had in any of my series of all freaking time. Better than Stardust King, Wild Motion, Cosmosis, Storm Lark. She is... It's not just because she's winning a lot. It's because she's still winning years past her prime, man. And when she's not supposed to be winning races. Oh my goodness, I told you it was something special about her determination out the gate. I'm not making stuff up, people. I'm not. I'm just retelling what's happening in front of us. Whether you want to see it is up to you. Whether you want to acknowledge it is up to you. I'm just recapping what's happening. That's really all I'm doing here. That's wow. What a horse. What a... I'm really speechless because she's really... It's just so nice to have a horse like that in this game. Like, she's the horse I had been talking about the years that it was just struggles and not domination. She is the horse. And she's not even the threshold. She's not even the bar. She's the current bar, but she's not the highest. Not even close. She is going to give birth to stronger horses than what she is. Think about that, people. With the right sires, mind you. I can't just be, having her, talk to anybody. Let's just say that. Well, anybody of age understands that reference, obviously. Fairy Slinger's up. Let's just get the win, shall we? Oh, man.
It's a beautiful...
She's from Western Tiger and Irish Fleet, mind you. Western Tiger. Awesome sire. If you guys haven't used Western Tiger, don't be against using them. Give them a shot. I'm not saying you'll get your best horses from them if you're late game, but if you're... Speaking of Butterfly Effect, she has the record here. But if you're early game and you can get them, get Western Tiger. You're seeing the horses he has given to us. Most of our title champions and Hall of Famers are from Western Tiger. Let that be known.
That was a beautiful start.
He's also an underrated horse. I don't think people give enough respect to. It's just the same 5 horses everybody talks about. What about Lost Saint? What about Cosmic Fear? What about Western Tiger? What about Black Ruby in this game? Not in others. They definitely buffed her in this game, as I've said. But what about Black Ruby? These horses deserve attention. Now, of course, I don't know what Black Ruby's going to do as a broodmare yet. I'm confident she'll be fine. I really am, but these horses deserve respect, man. If there's one thing Tecmo did right, amongst other things, they really did put quality horses in this game. Imagine if they gave us this game, but the best horse was only going to be at I'm trying to think. What is a B ranked horse? From our 2003 series, our first sire, I can't remember his name. Best Hunter. Imagine if that was the best horse you could get in this game. That'd be depressing, right? What if Tecmo did that to us? There are certain games like that. where the developers only give you so much of like quality, and then you're just stuck with it, you know? What if Tecmo did that to us and didn't give us the awesome horses we can play with in Gallop Racer? That would kind of make Gallop Racer not as fun, right? Because imagine how long it would actually really take to get the champions that we've all had on our playthroughs. It would probably take half of our lives, right? I know somebody would do that just being a nutcase, but like, that's not fun. Is that really fun? That's just somebody trying to prove that they can stick to something for that long. That doesn't really prove you're having fun. It can't. Wow, what a spurt here. Fairy Singer, let's go. Let's go. Yo, look at Fairy Singer roll. Let's go. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. You're the favorite. Let's go. Look at Fairy Singer. Let's go. Close him down. Close him down. Come on, Fairy. Fairy Singer. Last to first. We know about Fairy Singer too. I've seen people mention him, so you know, he gets his respect. Last to first, and I mean, I made that really close. He gets it done. He wins the climax. That's a big start to his GWS campaign, or was that a GWS race? I don't even remember. No, it wasn't. Who cares? It was still a freaking sweet win. And a nail biter at that. It never was really in doubt. Okay, that's not true. For like 0.33 of a 3/1000th of a thousandth second, I did think I maybe messed it up. Okay, I'll be honest there. But outside of that, Fairy Singer's a beast of a horse, and that's why he's a closer. That's like that gives me Honeybee vibes, man. So Vasta Light and Cosmic Fear are leading. I didn't even realize Vasta Light had already raced. Okay. The dirt's actually going to be tougher than I thought this year. Fair play, fair play. I'm no punk, man. Gets game on. Breeding time. I just thought about it, though. If nothing works, I'm going to have to redo those races again. I don't want to do that. Right? You see, I thought we were only going to have the one race, and then it was automatically going to send us to this screen. But I always keep forgetting to not put horses in races that last week. That way I can just proceed. Well, guys, hopefully, if we really do live in some alternate timeline thing where like past and present energy and future energy can all align, send me your future energy to hear me in the past. Because when you're watching this, I would have already recorded this, right? So I'm in the past. You guys are technically in the new day. So, you know, send me some energy back my way, please. Let all these work, at least. I really want Chasing Hearts and Stargazing to work. At least go into Formal Opera, like, whatever. Pink Gemstone and Formal Opera, I do really want that to work. Of course, I want both of the Boleros and the Silver to work. So I would say it's two of them I don't care about working. Like, if Stargazing and Moontrapper don't work, no big deal. And then if Lee's Gold and Formal Opera don't work, no big deal. But everything else I really do want to work. One of the Boleros has... Bolero and Dancer have to work. They're both dirt. Like, Dancer's a legitimate dirt horse. We should be able to get dirt legitimately back into the pedigree. And then Silver, that pedigree just needs a stronger broodmare, in this case, Awesome. Okay, here we go. I'm telling you, man. There's divineness happening. That's probably going to be the title of this episode, right? Divine intervention is a real thing, confirmed. Everything worked. Everything worked. Everything worked. Everything worked. They all worked. Guys, they all worked. All of them. We didn't get shafted. I'm saving. I'm saving. We're getting 2 Bolero foals next year. We're getting a Silver Bullet and Awesome Autumn. We're getting both of the Formal Operas. We're getting both of the And you know what? The game told me 3 of those breeding pairs were not going to work. This is what I mean when I say you play the game accordingly, guys. Don't just follow what it says. Give some things a try. Be willing to take a risk. What do you achieve in life if you take no risks? Said whoever came up with the phrase. They all worked. They all worked, bro. They all worked. They were telling me 3 of those were not going to work. At least 3. 2 Bolero foals. One from Fiery Dancer, who... We'll go back there and look at them. And then the other one from Fleet, Irish Fleet. That's all that pedigree is needed. I've messed it up just by using weak parents. No more weak parents. This has really been a really enjoyable episode. In 30 minutes, like, Butterfly Effect is still dominating. Fairy Singer is a true last to first closer. All of our breeding work. You know, like, this is good. Mile Champ for Butterfly Effect. I would have thought she had that title already, but she doesn't. Best horse I've ever had in any series. I think. Yeah, definitely, right? For sure. They all worked, man. That is so sweet. 2 Bolero foals. 2. It's gonna be 2 sisters or 2 brothers or a brother and a sister with a great grandfather of the great Bolero. Guys, that is awesome, man. That is something to be excited about. It took a few generations, and that's my fault, but it's finally going to turn around now. I know it. It's finally going to turn around. It's finally going to turn around for us. Fairy Singer, King Cup Spring. What's your stam again? It's 76. He can run that, right? I mean, who else is going to be in that race? In all honesty, this dude is really... He's only 76 speed. How does he make it work as a closer? It's the stamina, and then the power and staying are okay, but like... It's got to be the speed and the stamina better together, right? That makes it work, because most horses just don't have the same stamina and speed to keep that up. He can. What title am I going for with him, though? No title. So he's won 6 G1s, which I don't have correctly, because in my notes it only says 5. Let's see. So he won one at 10.5. Do I have that? I do not. Okay, that was the missing one. Alright. Oh, he's won at 15.5 in IC. So we can run him in the King Cup. Since I'm trying to think 10 and up. He has 3 wins at 10. Well, technically, no. He's close to mid-champ. He has a win at 9 and 3 wins at 10, essentially. So he's 2 more races off, I think, from mid-champ, and he's like 3 or 4 more races off from the long champ. So I'd honestly prefer to run him a little bit shorter, but if there's nothing available, we might as well do that King Cup, because I don't think anybody else is going to do it. And he has the stamina to make it work, so... Fairy Singer, my boy, you're doing phenomenal. I'm so happy I actually picked you up. 10 for 15 as far as wins and starts. I like the consistency. Mr. Vivid Gemstone, you did your best shot against, who was it, Lost Saint, that just annihilated us like we were nothing. You know what's so funny? For Vivid Gemstone to only have 6 wins and to be a GWS winner. Usually a horse has like 10 or more. This guy's only won 6. 2 titles. He's 11 for 16. Extremely consistent, though. That's why I was Vivid Legend, right? That's what I liked about Vivid Legend. He was so consistent. I like horses that I can rely on. Horses I'm not going to have to worry about being head cases. Like Cleopatra, I love my girl, but she's extremely talented, but she's a little bit of a head case, so it's not a guarantee with her. You know what I mean? Well, Vivid... Sprint Champ. Yeah, let's run him into Pluto for sure. He's fast enough to win that. Free Fear, she needs time off, and I understand. Man, that dirt really took it out of her, though, that GWS race. I mean, it was a heck of a battle. I wonder if she's going to be capable of winning it. If she's going to be too out of shape, I'm not going to run her into the ground just to win a title. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. So, I mean, there's no other GWS dirt races for a while, as always, so she's just going to have to wait. When is the next one? Is it really this far off? We can run her into Caesars, just try to get her a dirt race in general, but... Is there none in July? Okay, Long Beach Cup. There we go. There we go, my girl. That's all you. Make it happen. Give you plenty of time off. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about Cleopatra. Like, she's doing fine. She's won 4 times in 7 starts so far. 5 finishes in the top 3. 2 G1 wins, but... You know, but she has that issue, which again was partly my fault too. It's just, with a horse that doesn't have mental issues, you don't have to worry about them getting discouraged. They can hold on to that win. She gets discouraged, she loses the race. That's what I'm worried about. Well, we're going to have to just do our best, right? This is also why I have so many horses, because some of them are still winning past their primes. That makes it hard. Especially in the case of Butterfly Effect. But I said I was going to continue to race her until she hits at least 20 G1 wins. She'll be the first horse ever to hit 2-0 on this series. So, she's already making history. She's got to go for the gusto. Black Ruby's up in the Niagara S. Second favorite. And I will say for the record, if we ever, you know, kind of botch a race with Butterfly Effect ever, and the game takes her away, I will 100% redo. Like, I will never let the game take her away from me, because nobody could ever do that to me in real life. Nobody. If she was my horse, you're not taking her away from me at all. You'd literally have to, you know, you'd have to do the thing that's illegal to basically give up Butterfly Effect for any reason. She is our girl. She would never leave the HRG ranch, the HRG community. Never. Well, Black Ruby, you're up in a grade 2 on the turf, or switching gears with her. Her and Free Fear are kind of similar, you know. They both can run turf or dirt at, you know, the same level. And their stats aren't too far off. So they're pretty, I mean, yeah, they're pretty similar in a way.
The horses are in the gate. And they're off. That was a beautiful start.
Well, Black Ruby, let's see what she can do here. Just a grade 2. I mean, she should be able to win this. Wait, who's the favorite? Gray Sky. Oh, okay, fair. I mean, Gray Sky's a good horse. Favoritism over Black Ruby, I guess we'll see. Wait, get up there. Yeah, we're supposed to be a little bit further up, Ruby. This is not where we're supposed to be.
They are midway down the backstretch.
He's max stand, which is good. That's more important to me. I mean, getting a revolution is still...
Okay, this is
If you have the right horse and you're really in rhythm with them, yes, you can get that almost every race. But, I mean, getting a revolution is not important to me. Like, it is if I feel like we need it to win the race or to set a record. But, like, I don't obsess over it. You know, I'd rather just win the race. Whether that's on a revolution or not doesn't really pertain to me, you know. Alright, Ruby, let's go, my girl. Let's go. Kick away. Kick away. She's struggling, and Gray Sky is going to get us. Well, stamina hurt us. I don't really know what I could have done differently. Did I really need to wait that much longer? I don't really think I ran her that hard during the race, but man. After all the highs, here comes the low. That's a grade 2 as well, so that... But then again, I've been on the downhill slope with Black Ruby, haven't I? And isn't she at her peak? They took her away from me. She wanted to... How many races have we done? Can I reload that? Yeah, I'm gonna reload that. If we have to do another race, I will, because that's ridiculous. So where's it gonna send me? Is it gonna send us right back to the race? No, okay. I think I have to put everybody in a race though, right? Yeah. So what was I gonna do for her? Oh yeah, the mile champ. I felt like that took a while, but it was because I was just trying to figure out what to do. Or spring mile, I mean. Wow, that's scary, bro. She's still good enough to win. Should I just retire her now? Because look, that's 3... That would be 3 grade 1 losses. I mean, something's definitely wrong. Like, I can't win with her for some reason now. Now, that race, I didn't have her in the right position, so that is on me. But, like, that... It's not that. She's just not kicking away like she used to. I don't get it. I kind of want to retire her now. That scares me a little bit, because... The game thinks we're supposed to win, so if we don't, they're going to take her away. So, what? Where's... I was going to put Fairy Singer in the King Cup, right? Oh, there it is. I don't... Like, where did it go? Vivid, we were gonna put in the Pluto. Yep. I might retire her now, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Whoever, if we can. Because that's scary. Yeah, that's scary, and I don't want to go through that. What race was I gonna put her in Long Beach Cup? I don't know what it is, but something's wrong, and am I really that committed to figuring it out? She's already won her GWS. She's already a Hall of Fame horse. I know she's still good enough to win, but... I mean, I want to downsize anyways. I've talked about that. I just don't think it's worth it, because... You know what I mean? Yeah, I might go ahead and retire her. Thank goodness we didn't race anything else. Let's save as well right now. Or I could just try doing it again and just seeing if we can win. And if we don't, then yeah. I can reload the save and just retire her. Maybe we do give it one more shot. So if we have to reload it and just retire her, we can do that. Or if we win it, and then we can retire her after that. But that's really strange, man. That's really strange. And again, the same thing, I just feel like it's like literally after she won her title, this has started to happen. It's weird. It's like the game didn't recognize it. It kind of gave her double S type of like consistency. And then as soon as she wins a GWS and she turns another year older, then it's like, oh, nope. Wait, she's still only an S-ranked horse. Now, of course, we were not even the favorite in this grade 2. But like I said, I gotta make sure we establish early position with her. But that's really weird, man. It's not like that's not happening with our other horses, really. Obviously. Butterfly Effect is technically almost 4 years past her prime, and we're still winning with her by a couple of lengths. So, you know, it lets you know there's something not going on here, or something right not going on. But let's see. Let me just be more mindful this race. I mean, the thing is, I've won races with her while kind of dozing off, you know, because she was really that good on the dirt. And maybe it's just the fact that we're racing on turf. she might not actually, even though her rating says she's really good at it, maybe she is just much better at the dirt. You know? That could be a possibility too. I know the game says she's a dirt. She's great for both, but I feel like the game will say that for certain horses, and some of them are a little bit better at one than the other. You know? I feel like that might, it could be the case with her. I'm just,
They are midway down the back
as far as what the game would consider. Or maybe she's just easier to run on the dirt with her stats.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Because I'm only racing her on the turf, so if we can win turf G1s with her and give her a title, but... Okay, I've kept her much more steady this race, but again, like, I'm really focusing. I won the GWS without having to do that with her. She made it pretty easy. You guys remember that.
And they're in the home stretch.
Okay, let's see. So it's just a horse race with us and the 2-horse. She might hold on for second here, which should be good enough to keep her. And that's really all I want, but... Yeah, kind of the same thing, and I ran her much better that time. Still the same... I don't know what it is. It's just like the kick is not there anymore. Still say spurt with C. I don't know what they want me to do. Like, I couldn't start her. If I start her any sooner, she's going to tire her out. That has happened. Do they want me to start her later? Like 1.7, 1.5? Is that what they were saying? I gotta be honest with you guys, whatever it is, I'm really not in the mood to figure it out. She's already got her GWS. I'm more than thankful for that. If we have space, we should just retire her now. Right? Yeah, we have 7 back here. Perfect. Yep. What am I doing? Let's just retire. She's proven. She has nothing else to prove. I could go for the dirt campaign with her, but, like, there's really no point. I mean, if I'm bored, sure. Yeah, the last 2 races are actually on dirt. Whatever it is, I'm not in the mood to figure it out. I am fine retiring her with a GWS, dirt win, a dirt champ title, oh, and horse of the year. I think she's okay, just for the time being. I'm not saying she achieved milestone type of things, but she has a couple of titles. We can retire her now. She's only an S-ranked horse, mind you, so... My girl, Black Ruby, welcome to the Hall of Fame behind Formal Opera, Moonbeam, Diamond Plan, Awesome Autumn, Chasing Hearts, Vivid Legend, Blues Breeze, Western Tiger, and Desert Diver. Black Ruby is going to be the third, only the third filly to retire in the Hall of Fame. That's sweet. And she's a broodmare. And of course, they're kind of going to shaft her on her ratings. But let's go ahead and go back to the pasture anyways. I said I was going to do that. So I think talk about... I was going to show you guys the stats of Fiery Dancer. Because we're breeding her with Blonde Lib Bolero. And since Dancer is a legitimate dirt horse... like double S braking, double S speed, double S braking, and she has S rank for speed, staying, heart, and toughness. When you get those on a long-lived Bolero horse, the stamina will probably take another hit, unfortunately. It's not ideal, but again, to get a dirt horse with those type of stats, we would be fine, you know? They gave Black Ruby S for eval, C for classification. So our horses aren't going to have good response ratings or good feel from her, but they will have good speed, good staying, good stamina, good braking, good heart. That works for me. And again, she can run on all courses. She's the first broodmare back here that will give us foals. Keep in mind you. You guys know what I meant. Foals will be able to have that. That'll be awesome. So Black Ruby, I don't know who would I want to breed her with. Her and Formal Opera would make sense, you know what I mean? I know Diamond Plan's still up there too, but her and Formal Opera. AKA Secretariat, I mean. you're gonna get a monster horse that can run both turf and dirt. I think that would make most sense for next year. Super horse. Let's just keep it simple with her. Let's look at the foals, shall we? Every episode, if I remember, always gotta check on the little ones. Shallow Lights, 2-star Future. Jaden's Champion, 4-star. Joker's Cards, 3-star. Sedate Dancer, filly, she's 3 stars. September Sky, filly, she's 4 stars. And Solo Rider is 4 stars as well. So this is a Moon Trapper and Diamond Plan foal. This is an Awesome Autumn and Diamond Plan foal. Colt, filly, so half siblings. General Reason and Fiery Dancer, filly here. Diamond Plan and Chasing Hearts Colt, half sibling to the other two from earlier. Should be awesome. Jaden's Champion, Diamond Plan and Lee's Gold, another Colt, 4 half siblings. And then we have 2 half siblings with General Reason and Irish Fleet there as well, and that is a filly Shallow Light. That's the 1-year-olds. Let's look at the newborns. Moonbee and Lee's Gold. Nobody's showing any potential yet because, well, they just came here, right? Now that I think about it, have we actually looked at them? Yeah. We did, right? Yeah. Because I remember talking about this filly's 2 high socks and then the medium. Okay, we did. And then the mist. Yeah, okay, I remember. I was going to say, did I even talk about these? Moonbee and Lee's Gold. Looks like both. 4th generation horse on her father's side. And a decent pedigree, so she should be awesome. This Diamond Plan Chasing Hearts foal should be extremely fun. Another filly, so sweet. Diamond Planet Pink Gemstone. And, oh, I forgot, all girls. They're all girls. All girls. 2 half siblings. 2 sets of half siblings. All girls. That means more future broodmares. Boys better watch out, man. The girls are coming. Because, wow. Yeah, we can't get a filly in 2003 for 10 years at this point. But in this game, they just give it to you, give them to you like it's candy. Wow. As always, hope you guys are enjoying the episode. Desert Falcon is up in the grade to New Zealand. Expected to finish 4th. Let's try to get the win. 47 stamina. Of course, that's concerning. So, he's won races, but 47 stam. I don't even know how we get that. Neither parent had stamina that bad. Not even close. So I have no idea how he gets 47. That hasn't happened to any of my horses ever, where they've gotten a worse. I know it can happen, but it's just never happened to us on this series. Or really any series, where we took 2 parents that somehow gave us a horse with like abysmal stamina. That has not happened, and not to this extent. 47? They really might as well have given him 20, because 47, what can we do with that? And then he's still able to win races, which makes no sense. It's like, okay, did they give him 47, and is it actually 74, or something? It just, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Gallop Racer can make sense, and I was really giving it love, and then sometimes I'm just like, you know what? This doesn't really make sense, man. There's probably some weird AI algorithm logic behind it that doesn't really make sense. It's like something they would have probably patched or whatever. It's what sport games deal with. For anybody that probably plays FIFA or something like that, NBA or something, those games, it's the ratings. That's why the patches come out, because the stuff doesn't make sense. That's why I always say Tecmo would fix half of the stuff in this game if this was a modern day game,
So you're 2 furlongs to go.
No Revo, but let's see how Desert Falcon does from the back. It's closing pretty nicely here. This is what I mean. How is he able to still win, potentially win? Alright, we're going to beat the 8, right? Like, how is he still able to win races with 47 stamina and win them by length? It makes no sense, man. I literally said it before the race started or as we were in the gates. I'm like, watch, He's won races like that. It doesn't... How? 47 stamina. It doesn't feel like he has 47. I know it drops, but that feels like he has at least a mid 60. We win that by 3.5 lanes, and we weren't even the favorite, mind you. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. I'm not complaining. I just like for things to make sense in this game. That's all. I think I'm entitled to that. Then again, I'm not entitled to anything. I don't want to be, but I think I should be owed. You know what? I think it's okay to be concerned about that. That's what I should have said, because that makes no sense. Anyways, we're moving on. A win is a win. Not complaining. It's just weird. Doesn't make sense. Galaxy Star. She's up in the Cherry Cup favorite, as she should be. She's been on a roll here, and she's looking like the next Tigress of Stone or the next Butterfly Effect. I don't know. Butterfly Effect is setting a huge bar, and she's still racing and winning. So any other filly from this point onwards, she's always going to be measured up to Butterfly Effect. That's a lot of pressure for the new girls. As great as it is that they're here and they're on the way, that's a lot of pressure. You know? Because Butterfly Effect is a horse from 6 years ago on this file. So if the new horses aren't achieving what she was able to achieve, and she is, you know, older now, yeah, that's concerning. But that's a good level, I think, to set for everybody, for the girls. Achieve what Butterfly Effect achieves or higher. You know? I'm not going to be disappointed, obviously, if they achieve less than that, but for anybody to take themselves seriously, yeah, Butterfly Effect is like the bar right now, for sure. So, to prove yourself as the best filly that we've had or whatever, you have to beat what she's done. That's going to be official. You know? Before anybody can say, oh, well, this filly's better. It's like, wait. And we're just strictly talking about our horses. We're not talking about actually in-game horses. But for our horses, for the fillies, the bar now is Butterfly Effect. And until somebody beats what she's able to do with titles and G1s and wins, Butterfly Effect is the bar. And she is setting it. So, can Galaxy Star be a horse to possibly challenge for it? That's the question. You know? Oh, I'm so glad you moved in. That's lovely. You saved me so much time by doing that. Now, I got started late on the whip, but I don't think it's going to matter because Galaxy Star is kind of a monster, bro. She gets grit. That's that Arctic crop in her. You gotta love that ability when it kicks in. It's rare that it does, but when it does, this is what it gives you. You got grit, then stretch burst to end it off, and that was a terrible start for me. This is what I mean. She could be the horse that actually breaks the achievements of Butterfly Effect. She could be. I feel it. And I've been saying that with her since day one. Like I said with Butterfly Effect, she's the real deal. She's chasing that bar. Can she get there? We'll see. Galaxy Star, she blows that away in the Cherry Cup, but she should because that's still a normal grade 1. So, win's a win, though. Like I said, who cares? Win is a win. After third G1 as well, unlike her stablemate Cleopatra, is a little bit of a head case. Galaxy Star, I have no worries with, and I said that in this episode, and that's exactly why I have no worries. It's exactly why. Well, guys, I'm going to take a short break here because it's late and I'm tired, but like I said, I just want to take a break, and I will be back, and we'll continue on with this episode. I want this to be a little bit longer because I expect episode 200 to probably be a special 4-hour one. I would love to actually live stream that, and maybe I will. I might save that one for a live stream. It depends. And obviously it'd be a long one, but either way, we'll still be back with this episode. Go. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, we are back with Gallop Race 2004. And I think we're all good to go. I decided to get Galaxy Star in the GWS Sprint this year. She's on a hot streak, and I think she's the best out of all the 3-year-olds currently to try and go ahead and win that. 5 wins and 7 starts, it's not bad. Cleopatra, 4 wins and 7 starts. Desert Falcon, 2 wins and 5 starts. Golden Wings, 6 wins, or excuse me, 2 wins and 6 starts. Not really sure about him yet. Still waiting to see how he develops. Still don't know what his speed is. They're not telling me, which is stupid. Irish Legend, 3 wins and 6 starts. She had 2 back-to-back wins, and real happy. She's had 3 back-to-back wins, 4 wins and 6 starts. So, for the most part, the 3-year-olds are all looking good. We want to start getting some Grade 1 wins, though, of course, and everybody else is ready to go as well. So, let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. I'm not doing your stupid challenges. I do not want to do it. I decline. I don't want to participate. Oh, man. Crack myself up. Hope you guys are enjoying the episode, as always. Because if you're not having fun watching, then I'm failing as a content creator. I'm failing as an entertainer. I'm a gamer and an entertainer. That's who I am. So if you're not enjoying what the entertainment value is, then I have to do better, right? So hopefully that's not the case. Real happy. Speaking of her, she's up in the Azalea Cup. I feel like we haven't raced with her in a while. She's going to have to compete against Fast Navy here today. And Fast Navy's the fast favorite, of course. So this is going to be a big challenge for her. She's the only filly in this Azalea Cup. The only one. So she's really got her work cut out for her running against the boys. But I have faith in our girl, and if we run this race right, a win is on place. But we have to finish winner place, obviously minimum. Nothing else, really, maximum. She can't win it. She definitely needs to make sure she's still in a closing distance of Fast Navy to hold on for a strong second. She's from Vivid Legend at Pink Gemstone. Let's see how she rides. I'm just trying to find a good playlist here, and I'm not really feeling anything that I've been listening to. So you're going to hear probably music change around a bit in the background. I try to keep it low enough to the point where, like, if you guys did hear it, whether you have really good headphones, you might be able to hear some of it. I don't want it to be too distracting from obviously just the video itself. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and just I'll find something. Hopefully that'll work. All right, real happy. Our girl's up. Can she get it done?
In the gate.
Okay, that's a pretty good start, and we're off. Beautiful. That's what we need. She gets out well. Get her out to the front. And as long as she doesn't go for the lead, which I have to be careful with this because sometimes, like, the AI are really weird, where they'll just sit here for a little bit, and then all of a sudden they'll start going a lot faster once we probably head around turns 1 and 2. And then you really have to just be ready to kind of react, like now they're starting to try to pick up the speed of their horses too a little bit. So I got to make sure Real Happy is in the mix where she's not going to get left behind. That's exactly what I mean. It literally happened right as I was pretty much describing it. That I have noticed playing this game for so long. So just got to be mindful of that. All right. Rocking and rolling here with Real Happy. She gets a win here today. That's big. Now, where's Fast Navy? Is that you right behind us? No, you're not number 4. Fast Navy is way back there. Number 9. Okay, he's tucking in now. I'm hoping he's going to get blocked. If he gets blocked, this is our race to win 100%. It really is. We need to make sure Fast Navy is not in a position to get the run that he needs to really make an issue and a problem for us. Real Happy. We're going to go ahead and she's still got plenty left to go. We're going to get her going now. She's gone. Real Happy is gone. And Revolution. She's going to get her first Grade 1 win today here, isn't she? There she goes. There goes Real Happy from Vivid Legend out of Pink Gemstone. She's not only going to beat Fast Navy, she's going to destroy the rest of this field. And that's game over. That's game over for the rest of the field. Guys, she annihilated the boys here. That's a filly, the only filly in the race, absolutely destroying the field of boys. Y'all just got humbled out there. And, hopefully in the midst of you being humbled, you can become real happy. There it is. There it is. 8-length winner. Real Happy. 8-length winner. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. First Grade 1. That's a good win. That's a big win. Really big one. So the fact that she was able to get that done the way she did, it's what you want, man. It's always, always, always what you want. So really happy real happy, because she deserves that. I think she's capable of that on a regular basis. Maybe get her into the GWS turf this year. Maybe. Because this is 10 furlongs, so she handled that like a champ. So that tells me she has the staying ability to handle a 10 furlong race or a little bit longer and not be too thwarted by it. So I think once the turf category for the GWS opens up, I'm going to throw her in it too, because again, I can't miss out on getting my horses into the Hall of Fame. Like, if they're good enough as a 3-year-old, obviously we have to put them in the GWS as a 3-year-old. So, yeah, real happy. She gets it done, and because of that win, her first Grade 1 win, she moves up to S rank, which is beautiful. I'll make sure I get that down for her, because I don't think I have her in my notes at all, because she hasn't won any Grade 1s yet. Now that she has, we can go ahead and put her in there, and Miss Real Happy. We are really happy. We should be. And they finally revealed to us that her speed is 82, so she's also fast. Very fast girl. She'll probably be peaking soon. Her stats are whatever, obviously. They're not great. But from Vivid Legend to Pink Gemstone, I'm really starting to realize as long as your horse has good stats in the right categories, the rest is kind of whatever. Because if you can still win and dominate, that's all you need to be concerned about. So, I kind of want to race her against the fillies. I really do. I want to see how she handles it. Let's run her 8 furlongs. And we'll wait till the GWS can open up for her. Is that the only race I've done this video? Yeah, it is, right? We haven't raced with anybody else. Yep. Yeah, we're going to start downsizing some horses here soon, obviously, because, you know, a lot of these older ones, they'll be getting retired by the end of this year. A lot of them will. But the thing is, I can't retire any of the girls yet until the current ones that are in labor have the foals. So it's insane to say, but like I have to keep racing most of the older girls that I plan on using for breeding. I have to keep racing them until next season, which is kind of crazy. Cleopatra, she's the favorite here. She's going to pay $1. We should win, but she's a head case a little bit, so I don't know with her. It'd be really, really, really disappointing to me if she turned out to be a horse that kind of got in her own way just because of just being discouraged about losing head-to-heads and whatnot. That would not be good. Hope it's not the case.
Are in the gate.
Let's see if we can bounce back. And I know we really have to get her going a lot sooner. She can't even have a horse be close to her. That's how she lost her last head-to-head. The horse wasn't even close as far as, like, passing her. The horse was still probably a length and a half behind her. But because the horse was so close, she didn't like it. And to be honest with you, I'm just going to run her as a front runner because if she's that bothered by head-to-heads, then we really can't afford to have her in a vulnerable position. I think she's got 83 or 82 stand, whatever, so she's strong enough to, I think, run at the front and to not tire her out. Just have to make sure that obviously she goes at a good pace. Like they're trying to kind of run us hard there. I think she's a proceeder. The game still isn't telling me, which is so stupid as always, but I don't want to slow her down too much. But just right about there. Okay, 14 is going to try to challenge us again. She's a little tricky. She has so much power, so much potential, but again, it's like a game of Tetris with her, man. It's just trying to do every little small thing to make sure it all fits right. And
okay, this is where
sometimes
the race is won.
that proves to be a lot more difficult than you think. So let's make sure she gets a nice little kick here because again, she needs separation. She can't afford to have anybody close to her. That is what demotivates her.
And they're in the home stretch.
She gets last corner leader. She's still good, and now she's gonna go. Get her on the whip. Come on, let's go, my girl. Let's go. Let's go. You got plenty of stamina. Run away. This is really what we have to do with her. You have to pull away this soon. You guys see how early I had to start? Like, she really needs to do that. And this is what I mean. When everything fits right, this is what she does. She absolutely blows the fields apart, and it's not even close. Now, of course, she's a grade 1 horse, and that's a grade 2 victory. That's what she should do. She was paying under $1. But still, I have to be mindful about her heart. She unfortunately doesn't have great heart. Like, she's not going to fight back in the race if a horse is close to her and making it tough. That I am concerned about, especially for breeding. Like, I don't want that to pass down to other horses, because you don't want a horse that's going to get discouraged every time they're in a close horse race. You want the horses that are tough, that are, you know, that have the guts to fight through it with you. So she gets a win. We're happy for that, and we'll see how she handles hopefully her next G1 encounter. We're moving on to Tigris Stone. She's actually beginning her GWS Turf campaign here, because I don't think I got her the title last year. I think we just missed it to Toxic Blonde. So trying Tigris Stone again. It's going to be harder, and it'd be hard if she couldn't get into the Hall of Fame. I think she deserves it. Yeah, she's 5 years old now, though. She just kind of missed her window. So, well, we'll see, man. That's the thing. It's like, not every horse is going to be a Hall of Fame horse, right? That's just the reality of it, and I understand that.
In the gate.
It's just certain horses I really, really want to get into the Hall of Fame if I think they deserved it.
And they're off.
If she wins this, that'll be her 10th Grade 1 victory in her career. And she's done well. I think she's had a quiet dominance. I don't think she's had any super, super crazy performances, maybe outside of like 1 or 2 races. So she's doing what is expected, obviously. And she's not quite at that Butterfly Effect level, clearly. Could she? Maybe. I mean, she's 5 years old now. Butterfly Effect has 17 Grade 1 wins. Tigris has 9, so she's definitely further away from where Butterfly Effect was at this same point in her career. It's not to say she can't still have a really late kind of resurgence of winning Grade 1s if we can get that done for her. But obviously, this year is all about trying to get her a GWS title if we can. It's going to be tough, but I think she's still capable of making it happen.
5 furlongs to go.
I don't even care who the favorite is in this race. We're just going to have to run our race to the best of our ability, and that's about it. If we do that, we should be able to be in the position to win it.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Around turns 3, approaching turn 4 here soon. Love this track. Second cup here in China. In Hong Kong. I forgot this track is like Sha-Tin or Happy Valley or something. Okay, there she goes. There she goes. Didn't get the Rebo, but let's see how she pulls away. Come on, Tigris. You got plenty left in the tank, my girl. Plenty left in the tank. Oh, who is that on the outside? That's got to be the favorite. And she's trying her hardest, and she has no answer. There's no answer. There's no response to the 8-horse or the 6. Tigris is Stone. She's going to start off in 3rd place, maybe? Yeah, 4th. Exactly where they said she was supposed to finish. It's rough, man. How long is that? 10 furlongs? I wonder if it's the distance. And it wasn't a bad eval race. I really did as well as like tried. She's not as fast as she used to be. Remember, she had speed, I think, in the 80s. She's on the decline, so yeah, she might be one of those horses I just kind of missed the window on, like stargazing. Doesn't mean they're forever doomed. They can still provide us awesome foals as broodmares and sires if they don't get into the Hall of Fame. But, you know, anyways. Courtly Lark is up in the Saint Stakes. 10.5 furlongs here for Courtly. And he's not the favorite. Divine Steel is. And I'm just kind of racing Courtly until I get bored. He's been on the decline. He peaked 2 years ago. He's still extremely talented. And as long as he has 92 heart, he's still going to have the chance to win a lot of races as long as I put him in the position to do so. So like I said, we'll continue just kind of run things this way with Courtly and see how it goes.
The horses are on the track.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. All right. Mr. Courtly, he has 7 or 9 Grade 1 wins, can't remember.
Are in the gate.
Let's just keep trying to win with him as long as we can.
And they're off.
That's really all we can do with him, though. Should I put him in the Hall of Fame? I mean, obviously, it's just like, I don't really want to bother with him in the GWS. I don't want to do that. I would rather save that for our original horses that obviously I've been talking about this episode. So Courtly's a horse that I'm probably not going to put in the GWS. And that's just my decision. Conscious decision. I understand it may not give him as good of an eval and whatever, but like I said, I don't want to take that away from our other horses. And in all honesty, if I was going to put him in the GWS, I would have done it years ago. I knew when I got him that I probably wasn't going to put him in the GWS. I just knew he was a horse I wanted to have. I know he's going to give us good stats, good strength, longevity with his foals, and that's all I really want from him. And I think he's going to be, you know, really good for that. So whether he makes Hall of Fame or not a big deal to me. I think we'll still be okay.
5 furlongs to go.
He's that good of a horse. You know, he's doing well listening to me going down this this hill here.
Okay,
He's not
this is where the race is won.
sending it, and very, very responsive, and that's what I like. He maintained his pace. He understood the message of where we needed to be as far as the speed, and we're just going to kind of keep him here. Okay, let's go.
Show your guts.
Now, did I get started too late is the question. Oh, I did. Unless he's going to fight back. I got started way too late. I did not think they were going to roll up on me that quick. Now, he's still here. He's got the heart. This is what I mean. The heart will keep him in races. The heart will keep Courtly Lark in races. If he's driving, he's answering back. Look at Courtly Lark on the inside. We're not going to get the win, but my goodness, that's my fault. That's my fault. That was a win. Surefire win, really. We had that race in control, and yeah, I hesitated, so that's my fault, guys. He finished better than what he was supposed to. We weren't even supposed to win the race. We're still supposed to finish fourth, but like that was the win. Yeah, I don't know why I looked behind. I was trying to see if they were going yet. Sometimes I do like to kind of get a feel for that, depending on the race and the conditions, but that wasn't ideal. Tigers for Stone. She's only got 3 points. It's going to be tough for the turf. And then our Free Fear in the dirt. She's sitting there in third with 6 points. That's going to be tough. So the GWS is going to be, I think it's going to be very competitive this year. I think we've been able to win it easily previous years, but I think we're going to be in quite the fight with everybody. So Tigers, let's get her ready for her next adventure in GWS whenever the race pops up. That's a sprint. I wonder if she would be better suited for the sprint. See, this is the thing. What's her speed at? 72. She still has really good stats. 13 for 23. I mean, yeah, she wasn't as consistent as I would have wanted her to be. What to do. Courtly, I'm just going to put him in another 10.5. I think we're just going for titles with him, so let's just kind of keep it simple with him. You know, Courtly, I just want to race with and have fun. I don't want to have to stress about whatever he does. And then who else do we race? Cleopatra. They want her in the Golden Oaks. I think that's fair. I love my girl, but I don't trust her enough to put her in a GWS, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to try her out in the sprint. That might be better for her, because there's no other horse I'm going to put in that race, so she might as well take it and see if she actually can have a better shot. If she does, and we'll keep her in the sprint and see what she does. Alright, so that's what we got going on here. The 2-year-olds will be up here soon. Actually, let's see who's got who. Let's see who's got who this year. I forgot how many foals are even hitting the track, so we'll see. Okay, so Nazawa. Nazawa has Burning Wind. I know I'm really excited for this horse. This is from Flying Cowboy and Fiery Dancer. The Burning Wind should be pretty fun. Should be a really fast, really strong colt. So Nazawa has him. Perfect. Sheba has Valley King. That's awesome. Valley King comes from Vivid Legend and Chasing Hearts. Another one of their foals hitting the track. Another colt. He should be extremely strong, so that's going to be awesome. Cook. She is Flying Autumn. She only gets the girls, which I think is really cool for us. It's like that's just what the game is doing. It's not even like that needs to be the case, but it's just happening. Flying Autumn from Blues Breeze and Awesome Autumn should be a really, really fast filly with closing speed like Blues Breeze. Riviera, he has nobody. Cattail, 9 wins. Wow, good for her. 9 wins and 2 grade 1s for Cattail. She's got some stuff going for her, so I'm not mad at that. Bummer that we lost her, but it wasn't going to work out anyways. Pink doesn't have anybody in parts. It's only 3. Okay, so only 3 horses hitting the track this year, I remember, so that's really good. And Golden Boy, he will be in the Hall of Fame. And I think I can retire him now, actually, because I was waiting to do breeding. So I don't really have to race the Golden Boy again. Let's go ahead and double check, though. I think I can retire him now. Breeding has been successful. The broodmares are all ready, but they've already conceived. So I don't think we need to worry about any. Yeah, they've already conceived. So that means the foals are already there, and that means we can retire Golden Boy. And I think I was going to replace. Who was I going to replace for Golden Boy? Silver Bullet, I think, first will go. We only got... How many foals did we get from him? Just one this year? Yeah, just one. We got 2 from Long Live Bolero, which I thought was more important anyways. I think the Silver Bullet and Awesome Autumn foal will be strong enough that we won't have to worry about it. So yeah, we'll replace Silver, I think, with Golden Boy. And he'll be there for next year. So that's awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that done, and then we'll proceed on. Golden Boy, you are a Hall of Famer. And he ended up getting 8 Grade 1 wins, 17 wins, and 27 starts. And only 2 titles, but he got Horse of the Year and All-Rounder. Oh, no GWS for Golden Boy. Really? I mean, yeah, stats are way beyond that. But, I mean, it is what it is. I missed the window with him like everybody. Make sure I register him as an original. If I have the space, do I? Yeah, okay. But yeah, I thought he won the GWS, but he didn't. Not a big deal. Again, he's a horse I missed the window on, so we'll just go ahead and retire him over Silver Bullet and see what that gives us. Yeah. S&S for Golden Boy. Pretty good. I mean, as far as the sires, not many of them have gotten from our originals. I think Stargazing had S&S, right? Stargazing, yeah. So both Golden Boy and Stargazing both had S&S evals. So, yeah, I like that. 36,000 for Golden Boy? Whoa! And he really does have double S stamina. Like, I can't believe he was the first horse, my first original horse in this game, to get double S stamina. And I feel like I didn't really utilize it properly. Double S stamina and double S power. Look at the pedigree here. Western Tiger and Aunt B, his grandparents. That's pretty monstrous. Honest Pegasus and Lee's Gold, his parents. They were both very strong, and his worst rating is Heart at Sea. Golden Boy is a lot better on paper than I thought. And this is still not even where we could really get. Like, we're still just getting there. But the fact that he costs more than Diamond Plan, with all those stats, right? He costs more than Vivid Legend. He costs more than Stargazing. And he costs more than Formal Opera, aka Secretariat. How did that happen? Again, he won 17 races and had 8 Grade 1s. He only got 2 titles. But he did win some of his races by huge margins. I do remember that. And that's got to be a testament to the stamina and power. 36K. That's the highest I've ever had a horse. That is awesome. Now I think, who did I retire? Black Ruby. Should I stick to Formal Opera and Black Ruby, or should we do Golden Boy and Black Ruby? Well, let's see, we want to keep the stamina really high. I mean, Black Ruby's available right now, so it's like, I would like to get a full out of, her power rating is C. Still, with him having a double S power rating, it should still keep it pretty balanced. Everything else is okay. She can run on turf or dirt, so we can get a Golden Boy horse that could be a dirt horse or a sprinter. I think I'm gonna do her and Golden Boy for the time being, just for starters, since they both are the freshest retirees in the pasture. So let's go ahead and match them up for next year. Gosh, it's just like we're gonna be able to do so much with the horses that we're retiring soon, man. We're gonna have so many options for breeding. And again, I really have to be selective of who I'm breeding. That's why I'm like, they're saying Golden Boy is almost 40K. Most expensive sire we have in our barn. Who could have saw that coming? There's no way I would have thought he would have been that high compared to the others. No way. So I think with that being said, we go ahead and use him now, especially for the stamina. We want to get horses with good stamina. The fact that who has 47 stamina? Somebody has 47 stamina here. I don't know who. Who has it? Who has 47 stamina, embarrassing all of us? Desert Falcon. Like, where did you get 47, 48 stamina from, bro? Blues Breeze and Fiery Dancer, neither of them. I'm going to show you guys. Neither of them have, like, that bad of stamina. It wasn't great, don't get me wrong, but for him to only have 48 and he's almost at his peak? What? It's as if the game is saying that the parents had, like, D and E stamina. Fiery Dancer, she has C. That's average. That's what most of my broodmares have had. No big deal. Not ideal, but not a big deal. And Blues Breeze has B stamina. So you put B and C together and you gave us an E. Basically an F. Make it make sense. Unless he inherited that from somebody else in the pedigree, but no, none of Fiery Dancer's parents had bad stamina. So the game just kind of, I think the game just kind of you know, did us dirty there with Golden Boy. We have finally downsized a lot of our horses. I feel so much better. I am feeling better just not having to work with so many. But like I said, Butterfly Effect, Tigris, Toxic, I can't even retire any of these girls yet because we don't... The broodmares are still... They still haven't given birth yet, so we can't replace anybody. So I'm going to have to keep racing them until literally like next March. Somehow, some way. And with that, I think I'm just going to space out their races. You know what I mean? Which will help us get through the year faster as well. Because I could try to title chase, but you know, all of them have achieved what I think I've wanted them to achieve. So, Butterfly Effect will still chase the title if we can, like we're doing now. But she's the only one. Tigris, we're gonna try her out. I think in the GWS Sprint. If she doesn't do well in that, then I just think we've just missed a window, and we probably should just chase titles with her, and she won't be a Hall of Fame horse. Anyways, moving on. Fairy Singer, up in the King Cup Spring. Second favorite behind Stern Liquor. Fairy Singer is a really good horse. 76 stamp, 76 speed. He's pretty much at his peak, but he will be able to keep this up for a couple of years. So his temper just hit 71, which is nice. So let's see if we can get it done. He proves with the speed and the stamina, he can handle the distance. And that's ultimately what you want to see from a horse like Fairy Singer.
The horses are on the track.
The horses. Sounds like Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet. Would you guys rate my Wobbuffet impression? If you want to do so, let me know in the comment section below on a score of 1 to 10. I'd give myself a solid 4.8 to a 5.5 at max. Maybe a 6 at max. I didn't give it my all. I admit that. I didn't give it my all, but I tried to emulate Wobbuffet to some extent. And the good thing about Fairy Singer is I can just drop him to the back and he's perfectly fine with it. And we can just save stamina. Now the one thing I'm going to have to do is just make sure I don't wait too long to get him going sometimes, because I know we made it close in the last race that he won. Like, we can get him going a little bit sooner. He has the stamina and the staying to make it work. And he has decent enough speed. Now we're way back here right now, but again, I'm just biding my time here. Being careful. You know, we just want to make sure that he can just coast on along. I mean, this is a long race. We can easily close the gap once we get back on the backstretch. I'm not worried about it right now. Smooth sailing. In fact, I'm just going to send him to the rail. Try to save the inside trip once we get onto the back straight. And yeah, it's been really simple with Fairy Singer, man. He's a really quiet horse. He's not going to give you a whole lot of problems, and he's a lot tougher than what his stats reveal. So I do have a lot of faith in him, and that's why I'm fine keeping him this far off the pace, because I'm like, he knows how to close the gap. So I have no worries. So now is obviously when I start to kind of just get him a little bit closer, just to make sure we can start to make our move, 6 furlongs, I'm going to have to get him going, but I still want him to coast up until then. It's a long track, long turns. We have a long way to go. And he's feeling really comfortable. Now you see, since we've been saving the inside rail here, saving the trip on the inside rail, I'm going to move him outside, right about the 6 furlong marker here. Now I'm going to slowly start to get him a little bit closer. Because again, he still is a closer. He doesn't want to be in the mid-pack, so I still do have to keep him back here. And I don't care about a revolution. He's maxed in.
They are midway down the back stretch.
Most of this race. We're 2.5 minutes into this race. It's a long way for a horse to run, man. I don't care how good the horse's endurance is. It's just like, that's amazing that these animals are that gifted to be able to do that. It's always super special. So this is where we start to get him rolling now, because again, we're gonna have a long way to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Got a long way to go, my friend. Like I said, gotta get him going now. I think we have a good enough gap to close here. Come on, Ferry. Oh, look at this. Look at Ferry Singer. Furlong left to go here as we approach the marker. Can he do it, though? He's still closing in. He's got some competition with the 6 horse on the inside. And that's probably the favorite. The 9 is still there. And we're going to hold on for second. Stern Liquor is a really good horse. And to be honest with you, I don't know if we were going to beat him. 3.5 lengths. Spurt was C. Yeah, not ideal, obviously, with the course loss and having to drift to the inside. Stern Liquor was able to save ground with that inside trip. That's going to happen, but I'm not mad at that. That's 16 furlongs, guys. That's still a really tough race for a horse in this game to run if they're not built for it. So I'm happy with that for Ferry Singer. He's been well. He's extremely consistent. 15 finishes in the top 3 out of his 16 races. I mean, that means he's only missed finishing in the top 3 once in his career. With 6 Grade 1 wins, he's doing well. I'm happy with Ferry Singer. I do wonder, should we put him in the GWS? Can he run on both turf and dirt? He's okay on the dirt. Mr. Ferry Singer, what do we do with you going forward? Red Flower S, we could run him in that. 12 furlong. London Gold Cup. Do I dare? Why not? I don't have any other horses to run in a race. Like, Ferry Singer is not like an original horse, so like I'm not mad about putting him in those races. I just want to win as much as we can with him. If he hits Hall of Fame, sweet. If he doesn't, I'm not going to be upset. That's really all I want to do with him. So we'll give it a shot. I think everybody else is ready to go, right? Just making sure. Yep, everybody's good. Okay. Oh, let's roll on. Let's roll on. Yo, how about a tussle in the Young Mile Cup? Yo, how about you get the frick out of my face? Yeah, yo, how about that? Yo. Turner is so annoying. Why did they make him like this in my game? Because I understand everybody has like their own like annoying jockey rival that you have to deal with in their respective game. Turner is the absolute most annoying character in my game. He's like a mosquito that just won't die. And he just keeps trying to annoy you and to vampire you as much as possible. It's just like, go away, Turner. Go away. Desert Falcons up in the Young Mile Cup. This is field of 14, running 8 furlongs for this Grade 1. And we got to see if Desert Falcon's able to get this done. Because right now, out of the 3-year-olds, the only ones that look like they could be potential GWS contenders are Galaxy Star, Cleopatra, if she gets rid of the head issues, which I don't think she'll get rid of them, but if she can overcome the mental issues of the head-to-heads, Cleopatra could be one, but I'm not 100% certain on her yet. So it's just Galaxy Star, Real Happy, and I think Irish Legend. I think those are the only 3-year-olds that I think have a real chance to win a GWS title. The other ones, I'm just not sure. Desert Falcon, we'll see today. If he can get this Young Mile Cup and move on, that'd be nice. But again, 48 stamina. Like I don't even know where that came from. Definitely had to be just some RNG the game just kind of gave to us, because like neither of his parents had anything close to 48 stamina, not even at their worst. So like they definitely just kind of just gave us some random thing. Like, oh yeah, your horse here. This is what you'll do. It's like, that's not cool. 48. I haven't had a horse with that bad of stamina. I don't know how long in this game. And And again, his parents didn't have that, so it's like, how did they manage to give that to him? You know, doesn't make sense at all.
The horses
but whatever.
are in the gate.
Oh, my thumb was already on the X, and obviously that wasn't when I was trying to press it. Like, he doesn't have a bad temper. Whatever. Actually, that could have worked out for us, maybe, because he wants to be at the back anyway. So maybe that worked out. That still wasn't what I wanted to do. Like, I'm not going to do that going forward. Like, that was just a matter of my thumb literally being on the X, and I wasn't ready to actually press X. But that could have worked out for us, because this is a lot better than having to fight those horses on the outside who just want to keep us as far to the rail as possible. Now, does he want to be this close up to the rest of the field? No, but we got to give him a shot. So I want to keep him in striking distance, because I don't know what his closing speed is in real time. As far as coming from 8 lengths off, I don't know if he's capable of running a field down in a grade 1 like this. So we'll keep him close in contention and see how he responds here.
And they're in the home stretch. Show your guts.
There we go. Now let's see how he fights. He gets spurt, so that's good. That's a good kickstart. He's got really good momentum coming downhill, this Desert Falcon. Whoa, our boy is flying now. Can he show us the speed of Blues Breeze? And Fiery Dancer. That's what they were both known for. He's not going to get the win. Whoever the 5 horse is, a streaking pass. He's fighting well. He's supposed to finish 4th, and he's going to finish 4th, actually. It looked like he had a chance to get up there for the win. I gotta be honest, guys. I think that might be the best Desert Falcon's gonna do. I don't know why he has 48 stam. Does it really affect us? Not really, but it's something about him. It seems like his stats just don't really, blend well together. Even though he's a solid horse, but as far as like a multi-time winning grade 1 horse, I don't know if we're gonna get that type of effort from him. And I was really hoping we would. It looked promising in the beginning. Golden Wings, his stablemate, he is up here in the Treasure S. We're just trying to see if he can win this, because again, he's a horse I don't really have a lot of confidence in for a GWS title. And his stats aren't even bad, and that's what's really disappointing. He's from Flying Cowboy out of Lee's Gold. And yeah, again, it's just sometimes the game, for me, I don't know if you guys experience this in your playthroughs, but sometimes you will get a horse that just kind of is just whatever, like they're not as good as their parents were, but they're not bad horses. They just don't achieve the same level of success as the parents. I think that might be a reality here with Golden Wings and Desert Falcon. Irish Legend, I think I figured him out, and I think he could actually be a legitimate threat and a good horse for us, but his stablemates,
the horses.
I'm not feeling the rhythm with them yet. And that's the thing. I'm not going to be in rhythm with every one of my horses.
And they're off.
I want to the best of my ability, but some of them, it's not going to be the case. So you have to improvise and adapt and just do the best you can. And that's all I'm trying to do with them. The ones that I know we can win and dominate with and challenge for the major titles and GWS with, yes, those are the horses we have to really be dialed in with. But the ones that just not quite there yet, for whatever reason, I think we just have to just do as well as we can and not put too much pressure on it, because that's one thing I've realized about myself. I will get frustrated trying to force a horse to be better than what it is. Sometimes you have to accept that maybe that's the best the horse is going to be for you in the game, and you just do your best. And I think in the process of doing that, you can just enjoy working with the horse more than trying to pressure yourself into winning races that maybe just the horse is going to struggle to win. Let's be honest. And I think it's a lot more enjoyable to play the game with that mindset than, again, trying to force something. This is a tough race. Hopefully he's able to kind of maintain himself. And he's doing okay here, actually. He's max stam, so he's pretty comfortable considering.
Okay, this is where the race is
as long as
won.
he stays like this, I mean, he really has a chance. Don't fall back too much. 2-7, that's good now. Got to get him going. Okay, and just going to kind of overcut me. That's cool.
And they're in the home stretch.
Got to get going now, and we may have just timed it right. Let's see. Let's fight, my boy. Let's fight, Golden Wings. Let's see how you drive, brother. Let's go. He's got plenty of stamina left, so it's a sprint to the finish.
An amazing
Hit the sprint to the finish, and Golden Wings might actually have this in the bag. He might actually have this in the bag. I said I didn't know about him, and he shut me up.
We have a winner.
And he gets it done. He wins the Treasure S, and that might be his first grade 1 win for Golden Wings. I remember like the last episode, or maybe the one before it, I was like, I'm not sure about Golden Wings, man. I don't know yet. I was just, there's a feeling you get when you know you and a horse could probably do a lot. I just didn't get that feeling from him initially. That's what I'm trying to say, but that's a big win. That's a good win. 10.5 furlongs there at the Treasure S, and Golden Wings, that is his first Grade 1 victory. So he has a chance. That felt like a really good ride, and again, his stamina is what really helps. Once I noticed, I'm like 1.5 furlongs, and he's still almost halfway in the blue. Oh, I can just run him all the way through. Able to do that, and you see we pick up the win. So Desert Falcon couldn't win the Young Mile Cup, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but that might just be his highest level. Like, he might only be at best a B horse, especially with these type of stats. So if nothing changes for Desert Falcon, guess I'm probably just gonna run him in Grade 2s and stuff. I don't really feel. I just think the game just kind of didn't give us the best with him, which is fine. But Golden Wings moves up to S, so. And we don't even, only 62 stam, not even that high. But again, the fact that his minimum distance is 10 furlongs, that tells you he's basically a long distance horse. So, yeah, we'll take it. 2 wins back to back, so he's feeling pretty good about himself. I gotta be honest, I don't know what I'm doing with the GWS. I don't know who is the favorite to try to focus on in it. So, I don't really have any idea what I should be doing with anybody right now, because it's kind of wide open. Nobody's really taking the mantle so far for the GWS hunt. So until a horse does, I'm just kind of giving everybody a fair chance. Since Golden Boy is winning, I might want to run him. Is he going to be ready for the Britain Derby? He can be ready for the Britain Derby in 2 weeks. Let's do it. Let's see how he handles that, because he just won at 10.5. Let's try him out at 12. Let's move that distance out. See how he responds. So yeah, Desert's in that Grade 2, and I think that's all we got. All right. Well, I don't know how much longer I'll keep going. Baltimore Derby, it's the Preakness. I don't want to race with any of you. All right. I think that we're about 1 hour and 40 minutes into this episode, so we'll probably get through, I don't know, maybe do another half a dozen races or so, and we'll conclude on that note, because I want to know, I don't know what I'm doing for episode 200. I want to live stream that for you guys. I think that'd be a really fun experience, and a deserving one, because without you guys supporting the channel, me getting to 200 episodes wouldn't happen, so I'd like to share that moment. We'll see. Maybe I'll just extend this longer and just keep recording until I'm tired. I don't know. Irish Legend is up. Stablemate of Golden Wings. His first chance to win a Grade 1 here in the Singapore Stakes. It's 10 furlongs at night, and he's supposed to finish 3rd. It's a field of 14. The 14-horse Fine Way is the favorite at the bottom. So, Irish Legend's going to want to set the pace, and good. We shouldn't be challenged by anybody for the lead. So this is a race he could very well win. We can control the pace. I do like that. For a front runner, I like a front runner that is very good at it and allows you to control the pace. I think that's extremely important. So if we can do that here with Irish Legend,
It's a beautiful night for
could get his first Grade 1 win as well. Now there's something about him I've been forgetting, but I don't know what. So I even have it in my notes. Probably. Nope. Notes. Stargazing was retired. I gotta get you out of there. Gosh, I have a lot of horses in my notes I've retired. I just
the
realized
horses
that.
are in the gate.
Alright, let's focus here, because this is a pretty
And they're
important
off.
race for Irish Legend. Gotta make sure we see what his potential is. Whoa, 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 not that fast, not that fast, not that fast. There we go. Very good response. Wow, if that was any other of my horses, with the exception of Butterfly Effect and probably whoever else also has the same leg type, I don't know, and response rating I should say, I don't know if they would have slowed down that quickly. Like, I really thought he was just gonna keep kind of running at that, but he immediately responded. Alright, let's get him in front now, because they're annoying me. You guys aren't even front runners. Relax. Sit back there. Relax. Let us handle it, okay? Let us handle it, please. Please and thank you. Alright, Mr. Legend. They haven't told us his stamina yet, but I think it's pretty high, as it should be. He's from Vivid Legend and Irish Fleet. Both have good stamina. They're going to give us max, probably.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
He's on cruise control right now, so I don't feel threatened yet. I don't feel threatened. I don't feel threatened. Okay, we can get him going now. Now we can.
And they're in the home stretch.
He's got plenty of stamina left. Let's see if he can make this work. Irish Legend, can you destroy the rest of this field? 14 is coming. Who is that? That's fine. Wait, that's the favorite. It's the favorite. Come on, Irish Legend. No, Irish is not going to get it done. Fine Way's going to just catch us at the end, and I don't know if there's anything I could have done differently. Maybe I could have gotten him going sooner since he has more stamina than I realized, but that's a good effort. I mean, he led most of the way, but Fine Way was just kind of on a charge. We still get double S for the spurt. I mean, I think that was close to about as good as I could have done, but if the AI is still kind of beating you and reeling you in that closely and that fast in the stretch, you're kind of out of luck unless you have a horse that can really respond to it. That was a race where it's like I didn't think there was going to be much we could have done. So, still a good effort for Irish Legend. Yeah, he's A ranked, 90 response. Yeah, really good response rating. We still don't know his stamina. Long distance horse, he does have it. So I might have to take advantage of probably keeping him out a little bit faster. Because, again, without knowing his stamina rating, I don't want to risk that. But if I know what they're capable of, then I can push them a little bit further. Oh, can you run on the dirt? Probably not. Well, we don't know. Irish Legend. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Guess we can try him. Paris 3P. Gotta get him a win first. I don't know what I'm doing with the GWS. I gotta wait to see how it plays out with the horses we've already put in the race. Gotta wait to see how they develop with it first, and then if they don't win, we'll put him in there. That's how I like to do it. Guys, I'm not challenging any of you. I don't care. If I get that bored at the game, I will accept jockey challenges. How about that? I just see no point in doing it. You know, it's like, instead of focusing just on your one goal, you give yourself 2 goals to prove what? I don't... I get it if you're trying to still unlock something that, you know, you get from the rival challenges, whether it's a horse or whatever you get. But, like, outside of that, like, I'm not concerned about unlocking the other horses in the game. I'm really focused on our own. So I don't have any desire to challenge these fools. Cleopatra, she's up in the Golden Oaks. We know what we need to do with her. She won her grade 2 by however many lengths it was last time out. So let's see if we can answer back with her in a grade 1. She is the favorite. She's running against all the gals. And we know we just have to keep her out in front very far with a good gap and make sure we get her going really quickly. She's got 84 stamina. And I think I've been a little bit passive with her because I'm just kind of paranoid about sometimes getting horses started too early on their spurts in the stretch and then they tire out. She has 84 stamina. She's the horse I can do that with, and I should be okay. I should be if I time it right. So I'm going to run her like I run Butterfly Effect. That's probably the secret to her success from what I'm realizing. I have to race her like how I race Butterfly Effect. I keep Butterfly Effect 2 lanes in front of everybody, and I make sure nobody gets even close to her. I basically keep that 2-length buffer zone where no horse gets close to us within 2 lanes. That's how far we always have to be ahead. I think I have to race Cleopatra the same way, and I think if I do that, she has the chance to win. Who is this? Key of Art. You're not even going to win today, bro. Oh my goodness. You know what? I don't have the energy for this. I'm going to fall back. I don't have the energy for this because you're not even going to win today. Like, what are we doing? The rest of the field is way back there. You don't need to be this far ahead. 11-6 fraction? You're almost running a 10. That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead. Go off. Go off, Key of Art. Go off. Go off. Yep, you guys see it. You see it way up there. Ay, why do they do that? Why? Oh, 11 horse isn't happy. I'm not messing with that either. Like, we're just minding our business today. I was going to go for the lead, but the AI clearly have different racing plans that don't align with mine, so I'm just going to keep us back here. We'll get moving when it's time to, but I have no desire to be anywhere
5
near
furlongs
that
to go
right now. So, we'll start to get her in striking distance because this race is going to close up quicker than it seems. And she can't afford to be in a vulnerable position, so let's go. Get moving, my girl. Sneak up on them because you got the stamina to roll. Okay. Now don't gas yourself out. You're doing good here. You're doing good.
They're in the home stretch.
Got a good run. She's got last corner leader, and I think we're going to go. Let's see. Let's see if this is what you need to do with Cleopatra. You just need to put her ahead really soon because she's got the stamina to make it work. And Kia Bart is still in second place. That's actually pretty amazing. And just as I said it in the beginning of the race, I think I figured out the formula for her. I just have to race her like butterfly effect, and this is actually what she's capable of. She destroys that field. She destroys that field. But I said it in that grade 2 race. I'm like, I know there's a really big amount of potential in her. I just got to figure it out. It's like playing Tetris with her. But I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. Run her like butterfly effect if we can. We couldn't lead there because Kia Bart, hats off to that horse. Running that hard the whole time, running that far ahead and still finished second. But we smoked them by 9 lengths. Golden Oaks winner for Cleopatra. That's her 3rd grade 1 and 12 furlongs. That's a big win. I'm going to put in my notes, run her like butterfly effect. That's all I need to know. As soon as I see that in my notes when I come back to the game, I'm like, oh, okay, that's simple. If we can put her in the lead, I'll put her in the lead. If not, I'll just run her as a procedure and make sure I get her into the lead with plenty of room to spare. As she destroys that field, I got to be honest, with that type of performance, I think we have to get her into the next available GWS race. It doesn't matter whose race it is, we just have to put her in there. I don't have any space on this memory card. I really need to go through some of those. Yeah, I really do. So, did I just reload the same memory card? I did. Where? Can I not just go to memory card slot 2? Oh, there it is. That's why. Duh. I thought I went over and I didn't. Obviously, Eric. Okay. Cleopatra, she gets it done. Big win for her. We'll keep rolling on. Big win for Cleopatra. Well, positioned as D. The game just doesn't want to tell me where she wants to be. I'm over it at this point. I'm just going to keep her towards the front. I figured that much of it out. I still think she's either a front runner or like a mid to precede her. Like, I don't think she just has one triangle shaded. She probably has like 2. But when that's the case, it's really hard to figure that out when the game doesn't give you any hints. So, outside of just the letter grades. So, it is what it is. She gets the win. That's the most important thing. And she's looking really good. Figured it out. So, let's make Cleopatra a nightmare for the rest of the horses on track, shall we? Real happy. She's up in the Dublin 1000 Gs, and she is the favorite. And I think she deserves to be. Feeling really good with her. Extremely fast. We know how to run her. And let's just keep her in contention like we've been doing with everybody else. Keep her in striking distance. If there's anything I can recommend, keep your horses in striking distance. That's it. If they're front runners, proceeders, keep them in striking distance. If they're closers or mid-pack runners, move them into that striking distance before it's too late. Because you guys see what happens with me when I don't do that in time. It ruins the race. Fortunately, though, we're running down a straight here, so we get the start, and I just kind of settle her wherever she's at. As long as she's not in front. Perfect start.
And the way to go. That was a great start.
And, yeah, she should be okay. I don't think they'll push the pace too hot. Yeah, this is perfect, actually. This is perfect. you know what? Because it's this type of track, I'm just going to send her to the inside rail. I don't want to worry about anybody doing some weird stuff. Oh, this is perfect. Yep, this is prime. I wonder if there's a rough. Would they consider that a rough? Actually, it looks different, but I can't tell. Maybe I'll move her back outside. Oh, they're going to try to catch me slipping here and try to really hold their horses back and hope that I just kind of, you know,
Okay, this is where the
lose
race
sense
won.
of where we are and just send her to the front, but no. We're dialed in. She's max stam. She's got 62 stamina overall, so I think we can make a decent run with her and not have to worry about her tiring out. Okay, we gotta get going now. Let's punch it.
Show your gut.
There we go.
2 furlongs to go.
Oh my goodness. I'm not even paying attention to how I'm getting revolutions with her. It's just kind of just a rhythm thing. It really is. And real happy. It's amazing. The girls always do this now. Every time we have them, they're always competing against their stablemates. Always. Tigress of Stone and Toxic Blonde were going at it. And now we have Cleopatra, Real Happy, and Galaxy Star. The 3-year-old fillies of this particular group are all now answering each other with great dominant grade 1 victories. And that's going to be Real Happy's second grade 1. Back-to-back grade 1 wins for our girl. So she is really feeling it. She sets a record, only because that's probably the first time that can't be the first time I've won that race. That can't be. I'm saving that regardless. That's not the first time we've won that race. So she actually probably just set that record on merit. I know if some of you were paying attention, you probably saw who the name was. I wasn't looking at the bottom who actually had the previous record. I don't think it was blank, but maybe it was. Maybe it was. It doesn't matter. She's a record holder now, which is freaking sweet. So we'll take it. And she made that easy. Gosh, all the fillies right now, the 3-year-old fillies, I can't say who's really the strongest because they're all making a case for themselves. Real Happy is proving she's not far behind Galaxy Star and Cleopatra. So the girls are really turned up on their adrenaline right now, and I love it. Toxic Blonde, speaking of the old gals, she is up in the Regal S, and top 5 goal for us. I think we can still get that done. But after this, actually no, Toxic Blonde is still good enough to race for a while. I keep forgetting. I don't know what horse I'm thinking of, but Toxic Blonde is still going to be fast enough for the rest of this year to run races. So we can still keep her legitimately competitive, and I don't have to worry about putting her in soft races. Blues Breeze has the goal here. That's her father with the record, and I don't know if she'll beat it, but let's see if she can get the win. That'd be sweet. Going for the sprint champ title. And we're off, and she gets out pretty well. So Toxic Blonde here. Let's see, what we're going to do with you. And I'm just going to keep you right here, and how you want to handle the rest of it is up to you. Just don't fall back too far. I'm okay with this for now. Yep. Now, I want these horses to move in, because this is not going to work if they want to continue to run like this the whole way around. And, like, this is a short turns 3 and 4. So actually, I'm going to need to move her right now, because they're just in the way.
This is where the race is won.
They're stubbornly in the way, and I don't like it, and we're way too far outside here. So we're going to actually have to kind of get her moving now. We have a really long way to run here with Toxic, but hopefully we can make it work to the best of our abilities, because that's the best I could get her to drift into the inside. Let's see if she gets a good run off. Now she's competitive. She's got the stamina, I think, to make this work. She's still competitive. It's a horse race on the inside. Toxic Blonde is still here, guys. She's still here. Close race, okay. That's going to be the difference maker right there. That's a difference maker. And Toxic Blonde gets it done. She can still get it done. She can still get it done. Oh, the girls are killing it right now, man. The girls are killing it. Can we show some love for the girls? You know what? You're listening to this video right now. Purple hearts in the chat. Purple hearts in the comment section. Which, comment section, same thing. Drop them down there. Purple hearts. However you want to say it. Beginning of your message, end of it, or just put purple hearts. Purple hearts, because the girls are absolutely destroying it right now for us on track. She was expected to finish 5th. She wins by a length. And it's another grade 1 victory for Toxic Blonde. And she continues to win, even past her prime, and after winning her GWS title from last season. That's what you want to see. We got negative 5,000 points for Cleopatra, but we won that race. For what? I hate how they grade that sometimes. It's so annoying. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Anyways, Toxic, wow. You, my girl, that was your 7th grade 1 win. And you're still finding a way to stay competitive. That is a beautiful thing. They want her in a grade 2. I don't know why. I'd rather run her in a grade 1 still, because I feel like as long as I know I can stay competitive with her, I'd rather the goal of like a top 5 than just the goal of winning, because I just don't want that pressure with her anymore. She probably could still run the GWS, to be honest with you. She could, but I don't want to take that away from the other horses. So how long? Okay, she doesn't want that long of a layoff, so I got to get her in a race somewhere around here. I might have to run her in that grade 2 if there's not a suitable grade 1. Yep, lead sprint S. That's what I want. I want quick, short races with her. She can still win those for sure. All right, let's look at the girls here. So, real happy is double S. She won that 1,000 Gs, set the record, and double S. That's like the Toxic Blonde thing. That's all it took. One big G1 race, and the game's like, okay, double S filly, double S horse. I'm not complaining, obviously. It's just like, wow. So Cleopatra, does she in the GWS yet? No, but we definitely got to get her in there now. Definitely have to get her in there now. So as soon as she can, I'm going to go ahead and throw her in. Not waiting with our girl. What's the first race she can do? Diamond Cup? She has the stamina for that, right? Oh yeah, 84, yep. GWS Turf, that's hers. Galaxy Stars can give it a shot at the sprint since she didn't really do great in the turf race for her debut. Or no, she didn't race in the turf race yet. My bad. Wrong horse. Ignore me. Irish Legend is in the Paris GP, and then Real Happy. She doesn't really have a GWS availability yet, so I'm just going to have to put her in whatever is suitable. And she's doing good at the sprinting, at the mile distances, I should say. So let's keep her kind of around that threshold. Let's see what's available in June. London Crown. Yep, let's keep her in these races. If she can't hit the GWS, title chasing for Real Happy, I think, is definitely on the table. And if we can get to a GWS at some point, we can. I mean, I think she's going to be at her peak now. So, you know, if the window's open for the GWS, I'll try to get her in there. Just, we'll have to wait to see what happens with the Galaxy Star. Yeah, so we are almost halfway through. Is anybody else racing this week, or is that it? Oh, that's it. Well, this is, I think this episode's been about 2 hours, right? Anything changing this month? That's sort of the norm. Butterfly effect is up. I do think I'm going to keep this episode going because, might as well. And I'm probably just going to split this part of the recording for my individual editing purposes. So I'll go ahead and cut it here, and we'll resume, and we'll just kind of keep playing it until I figure it's probably a good time to call it. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back, and we have a lot of racing this month, as we usually do in June, because that's when the GWS hunt really starts, and we start getting a lot of the bigger G1s as well for this time of the year. So let's obviously do our best and continue on our winning ways, because I'm just curious how far we can take it. I mean, we still haven't even gotten to the Dream Cup yet, which is... I know it only happens every so often, and the thing is, like, once Butterfly Effect is retired, like, I know she's a horse. In fact, when is the Dream Cup going to be? I can't remember if it's... We got an invitation I think 2 or 3 years ago. It should be close. If it's not happening this year, it's next year. Crap. I don't even remember. Wow. I put Butterfly Effect in the spring mile, and she's expected to finish 12th, and actually that's good. That's not a lot of pressure. It's just weird that they've really put her that far down, and she just won a race, and her stats are still decent enough for her to make something happen in this race. A 64 stam, she's only running 8 furlongs, and she's used to running 10 and 12. Like, I'm not saying we're winning this race, because if they're saying we're supposed to finish 12th, that's quite a drop from like the usual 4th or 5th. I'm curious why such a drop off, because she hasn't been favored this low, projected to finish this low since probably her 2-year-old season in her first race. I don't know if she's ever been projected actually to finish 12th, 10th or lower. I can't remember it. So that's interesting.
Horses are in the gate. And away they go.
We'll see. I'm gonna do my best with her like we always do, but why 12? What's the catch here? I'm always weary of just the game just working some weird voodoo Gallop racer magic against us to keep us from winning. Because I'm like, why do they think we're only gonna finish 12th? I know you're running hard, but like we got to get to the front, my girl, and they weren't allowing us to. Okay. Yeah, I know she's not like a sprinter like that. 8 furlongs is certainly not her. Who is that?
Okay, this is where
Fusion
the race
Power,
is won.
relax, bro. Oh no, Fusion Power, no, Fusion. What is going on here? This is not how we're supposed to. They're taking last corner leader away from me. Seriously?
And they're
That's
in the home
really
stretch.
annoying. Are they just saying she's just really not built for 8 furlongs? That's kind of obnoxious. I get it. And Fusion Power totally ruined our race because we couldn't even get last corner leader. That's really stupid. Like, I still think she's going to finish above our goal, which is all that matters. Imagine Fusion Power doing that and finishing almost in dead last. Like, you... Pfft. I told you I felt some voodoo happening, and watch. This. What did we just witness here, people? The 7-horse sending it on the outside. Fusion Power finishes 11th, where... Yeah, you were supposed to be down there. You ruined our race. Were we going to win it? Maybe not, but we would have had a better chance. And the fact that I still even got double S on the spurt, that's... Wow. I don't know what that was about, but moving on. I told you it was voodoo magic. I told you it happened. It literally happened, but, you know, don't believe me. That's fine. Golden Wings is up in the Britain Derby. It's about to finish 3rd. 12 furlongs. Hot Soul's favorite. Going to be a tough horse to beat. Golden Wings looked good last time out, so let's see if we can duplicate that. Sorry about that. And sorry about that, excuse me. I apologize. No, sneezing is natural, but sometimes it just feels necessary to say sorry because it's just like, damn, you know, it's just the whole act of it. Sometimes sneezes just sound gross anyways. They do to me. Especially in public. People sneeze in public and don't cover up. I'm like, you are really a nasty human being that hasn't evolved from the cave syndrome of thousands of years ago. Like, that's really sad. If you're going to sneeze in public, cover yourself. Like, you know when you feel it coming.
Are in the gate.
Get prepared to the best of your ability. Sometimes we know sneezes come out, but
Go. That was
people
a
that just sneeze and
beautiful
cough
start.
in public and don't cover up, like, you're disgusting. You are the reason why diseases and things spread fast. You just simply not wanting to cover up. And that does make a difference. Do you understand how germs and things spread through the air? Yes, that makes a huge difference. Yes, I'm ranting about people that sneeze and cough and don't cover up. I'm doing that, but that's serious, guys. That's really a serious thing. Don't be that person. If you are, shame on you. Have some etiquette, you know? Clearly. To me, that's just people just being lazy and just gross and not caring about possibly infecting others. Like, that's selfish, you know? Don't be that. Don't be that person. Anyways, sneezing, coughing rant over. Let's focus on the race here with Golden Wings. I don't really know what's happening, but I think we're okay. Like, Yeah, we're alright. I couldn't tell if they were going to keep kind of shuffling around like a deck of cards, but they've settled in. Now, I know he doesn't want to be this far up, but he can manage it. He does have a little bit of the triangle shaded for the Proceeder, so I'm just going to keep him here. I think we have to keep him close for him to be competitive. I know he's fast, but I don't want him in a vulnerable state. I want to make sure we get a good jump on this field.
Okay, this is where the race is
I want to
won.
make sure I keep him right behind this horse because I don't want him going too much faster than what we should be. Now I'll move him to the outside, kind of let him run his thing, and now we're gonna go. Okay, Golden Wings, let's see how you answer back, buddy. Let's see how you answer back. He's got plenty of stamina. No Rebel, but he is taking off. Golden Wings is taking off, and unless there's an answer from the favorite, that is going to be the 5 horse that's reeling us in. That's Hot Soul. Can Hot Soul close in on us? Golden Wings is still strong. He's still holding out, and Golden Wings is going to get this done. What a win. Golden Wings is really coming into form now. If I had any doubts, I think he's really putting those away pretty quietly. With an exclamation point, though. He gets it done again, Mr. Golden Wings. That's going to be your Britain Derby winner there at 12 furlongs. The guy's got the stamina to run the distance, even though his stamina's only like a 62. I'm not complaining. That's another win for our boy. And it's a good win. Wow, yeah. Golden Wings, he's kicking into his own, finally. I was hoping so. I'd be disappointed if he kind of turned out like Lee's Cowboy, who we obviously retired because there was just no hope with him. But Golden Wings is doing exactly what he should be doing. So, butterfly effect. Well, is the game just going to start punishing you now because you've been so dominant? Is that really what's going to happen? Because that would be annoying. It's like the game literally, like, they haven't been able to stop her, so now they're literally just going to start throwing random things into us, like in a race, like sending a horse like the 7 horse all the way on the outside, like he's running 5 or 6 wide. Yeah. I think she's better at the longer distance races, so Chicago S, that's going to be a tough race. Let's do that. Let's put her in that race. 3-year-old fillies and up, so she might get some young gals, but that'll be a good test for her. And Golden Wings, he also jumps up to double S, and deservingly so. 2 wins, 2 Grade 1 wins back-to-back for him. 3 wins in a row, and that's just what we can see from here. 4 wins and 8 starts from Fine Cowboy out of Lee's Gold. Lee's Gold, not Lee's Cold. Lee's Gold. And his speed is only 69. Wow, and he's pretty much at his peak. So he was a horse that they decided not to really give a good speed rating. Because this is essentially the same. I mean, this is a horse like similar to Golden Boy. Golden Wings and Golden Boy are pretty similar. They both had the same father, I think. Different mothers, or well, let me check actually. But nonetheless, he's also in a position to try to get into the GWS. But again, there's no races open right now, so can't really do any GWS hunting with him. And it seems like now is the time. But like Platinum S, we can try him out in that. Because at the end of the day, like, it gets really intense with the GWS hunt towards the end of the year. It's important to get your horses started, obviously, now, but it really comes down to, like, the fall and the winter months of when you really have to make sure you're winning and finishing as high as you can. That's what's going to dictate whether you win the championship for your horse or not. Let's go ahead and do a quick save here, guys, and then we're going to go ahead and... I forgot who Golden Boy's parents were. I think it's Flying Cowboy and Lee's Gold, isn't it? I think if that was the case, that would make Golden Wings and Golden Boy full brothers. And Golden Boy, well, he had the stamina. I mean, his speed wasn't top notch, but it was the speed and the stamina combination that made him seem so fast, obviously. But I think his speed is still A, right? So that means he should still be closer to 80. And like, Golden Wings is not even at 70 speed, so what is that about? Golden Boy. I really can't believe he costs 36k. More than Formal Opera and Diamond Plan and everybody else. Like, how did that happen? S speed. Okay, that means, like, S is, like, yeah, definitely over 80. And Lee's Gold, she's fast. Lee's Gold is A or S, so the game definitely can kind of mess you up with RNG, but by just, like, giving your horse a bad stat in a category when it shouldn't. It does do that. And his parents are... Honest Pegasus isn't Lee's Gold, so different father, same mother. So yeah, Golden Wing should not... I mean, the fact that he only has 69 stamina, he's almost at his peak. The game just certainly decided to give him lower than good stamina, which is a bit annoying, but... what are you going to do, right? I mean, 69 speed, that doesn't make any sense. I understand it happens, but like... whatever, man. Oh, let's roll on, shall we? Excuse me. Newman, go away, bro. You're not even that good anymore. Like, just... they're so annoying. All the rival jockeys, they're so annoying. Just leave me alone. I just want to focus on my horses. That's it. I have no concern, no care about what you're saying. Tigress of Stone, she's up in the clean mile. For some reason, I'm struggling to kind of win these races with her. So if she can't get this one done, I don't think she's going to be a Hall of Fame horse, and that's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, I think a Hall of Fame horse should get in there if they prove that they can win enough races, or at least do consistently enough in the GWS to get into the Hall of Fame. So if Tigris is struggling with that, you know, I guess it is what it is. I mean, we tried last year. She could have won it last year, but Toxic Blonde just kind of beat her, because Toxic's still really good. She really is. And, yeah, Tigris, she just kind of missed out, to be honest. She just missed out. And I think Toxic Blonde had one more extra race. I think that was
a beautiful
so she could have won it last year. She definitely could have won it, but this year she's certainly fallen off since then, so... When I say falling off, not like she's a bad horse, but where she was last year and where she is now are not the same point. She's definitely dropped off from that performance, so if she can't win this race, I don't think we're going to chase the GWS with her. I'll just do more title chasing because I think she's still capable of winning the right grade ones. And that's fine. I mean, she's still approaching 10 grade 1 wins eventually before she retires, and more than that, so I think she'll still probably be a very good broodmare for us once we retire.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
To the pastures, I should say. But until then, let's just continue to have fun, man. And let's just continue to have fun. Okay.
Show your guts.
They're started, and she's got a really good run. She did. This is what I mean, like, I don't know what's happening. There's just no response from her. Like, she gets close race okay, but, like, she's not actively driving for the win. So, Tigris is, she's still fighting, though. She will still fight, but that domination of winning that we were used to with her, I think those days are probably gone. She finishes third. It's still a good result, but the win was never really there. So, we'll be pulling her out of the GWS run. We'll go ahead and save that, obviously, like I said, for the other horses, and we'll just go ahead and title chase with her. I think that's fair. But still, good performance. But she's not going to win. Sly Shark was strong. Yeah, I mean, I could still make a really good... I could still try to make a run with it, but it's going to be tough. And again, I think there are other horses that can legitimately win those races, so we shouldn't take those races away from them, you know what I mean? And we gave her a shot last year. She just kind of missed out. She's a horse that'll, I think, be Hall of Fame worthy, but yeah, she just kind of missed out, man, and just, it's weird. It's weird because I think she deserves to be there, but, you know. What's her speed? Are you still fast enough? 72. I wonder what is best suited for her, though. That's the thing. I don't even know, like, where I should be running her. Does she wait till then? 7? That's too long. Okay, let's see. Hall Let's run her 10 furlongs. I think that's more of her distance, that miler range. I think that'll be a little bit more comfortable for her. So yeah, let's see how she handles that. And go from there. Tigris, where are you? Okay, so all-rounder, GWS Sprint, GWS Turf. No GWSs, so all-rounder we're still going for. I need to see if... I don't remember what title she has. Has she even gotten a title yet? So much happens in this game and these episodes. I really do forget sometimes, but real happy she's up in the London Crown Stakes, and she is the favorite. So we're trying to stack wins with her, and we'll definitely try her out in the GWS as soon as there's an opening slot. She's running against the gals, and she's been really good lately. 84 speed, extremely fast, from Vivid Legend out of Pink Gemstone. Pink Gemstone, she's giving us awesome horses, isn't she? Considering Pink Gemstone was not a Hall of Fame horse, I don't even think she cleared 10 Grade 1 wins. She is really, really giving us solid girls and horses in general, but especially the fillies. But that's what we knew about Gemstone. That's why a lot of us liked her for so long, because she was that type of horse. She was just... I mean, seriously, like, despite her not being the best horse of all time, I think Pink Gemstone is one of our most consistent horses that we've had on the series, because she always finished above her means. The game projected her to finish 8th, she finishes 4th. If she was supposed to finish 10th, she finishes 5th. She's supposed to finish 5th, she wins the race. You know, she always, like, doubled her expectations. Because that's really the type of horse she was. And the game, like, never really seemed to give her that type of respect. But she always ended up, you know, overachieving. So that really did kind of trickle down into her offspring, which is awesome. I always talk about it. I love that when a horse you have is able to do that, sometimes the game does reward you. And when you do breeding, it gives you horses that also kind of have those same traits. I don't know how the algorithm or how the coding works for it, but clearly they built it in there because you notice it. It's not just coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. It's not by design. That's not just happening by some random design. That's like, okay, if your horse is doing well, the game keeps into account how consistent they were in the top 3, the top 5, how many races did they win, all of that. How many times did they hit their goals? I'm sure there's things behind the scenes we just don't know about that they did put into the, you know, the coding of this game and how it programs all of that. And it really worked. And I think it's working. And right now, real happy. She's clear. She's got plenty of stamina, and I don't feel any threat right now. Any pressure.
An amazing
Real happy. Look at this girl. I mean, you guys remember, you go back a couple of episodes where when she was still in you know, out there in the pasture.
We have a winner.
You know, just kind of just moseying around as a young yearling. Like, I was always excited for her. I'm like, there's something about Real Happy that I'm really excited to see in the future, and she gets another win. She's on a roll. She's on a roll, man. And she's making it easy. It's like she gets out in front and she's just able to maintain that. You know? So Real Happy, that's her 3rd Grade 1 win, and that's going to be at 8 furlongs. So she's working on a Sprint Champ title, and she wins it and clears it by 5 lengths. She's doing absolutely phenomenal. Real Happy, 3rd Grade 1 win. Let's go, baby. Irish Legend's up in the Paris GP. He's also expected to win, and we know what we need to do with him. 76 speed, 90 response. Don't know what his stamina is yet. From Vivid Legend out of Irish Fleet. I hope they'll tell us. I'm glad. The horses I was worried about, they're all really starting to, like, kind of, you know, iron out those patchy areas in the beginning of their career. Like, if they were really green in the beginning, they are pretty much, you know, they're in their season form now. They understand, you know, the objective. They understand how to win races. So, 3-year-olds are looking good. When I think about it, the only one I'm worried about is Desert Falcon. I think he's the only one that's falling short. And that's fine. That's probably just kind of where he's going to be. But everybody else, man, they're really picking it up here.
And they're off. That was a beautiful start.
Standing Party, can you not run with me, bro? I don't want to do this today. You're gonna make me do it though, aren't you? You're gonna make me run at this ridiculous pace. We don't need to be doing this. We could really be like another 5 lanes further back and be okay, but no, you apparently have other plans, and that's fine. You have other plans. I'm gonna keep you right behind my butt, and you're just gonna have to go ahead and just kind of sniff that for a while. That's it. That is it. Fortunately, Fleet is running really nicely here, despite this incline. He's really... That's a great thing about a horse that has such a good response rating.
5
And
furlongs
is
to
going
go.
to be a front runner, and if you're going to be running them on these tough European tracks, having that really good response rating means you can always keep them from going too fast, and
Okay,
keeping that
this is where
stamina
the race
consumption
won.
really nice. And as you see here, I never had to run him more than half past his speed, and I think that's going to help him win this race here. We have the inside trip. I mean, we can just wait.
And they're in the home stretch.
Okay, we can punch it now because I know he's got the stamina. So let's make sure we get him on the move, get him on the whip, and Irish Legend should be gone, man. This is from Vivid Legend out of Irish Fleet. Vivid Legend is proving to be an awesome sire, as I knew he would be, because he's really an underrated horse. I don't think people give Vivid Legend enough credit. And Irish Legend is absolutely destroying this race, and yeah, said sniff my butt. He made him eat his dust as well. Irish Fleet kind of disrespecting the horses out here, but that's... I said it however many episodes ago when we were struggling with him. I'm like, I know he has that type of potential in there. I feel it. It was just a matter of tapping into it, and Irish Legend gets it done. Gosh, the 3-year-olds, I just said it, people. They're finally in their season form. 8-length winner. They're rolling right now. They're rolling, and the AI don't really have a response. And that is Irish Fleet's first win. First Grade 1 win as well. So that's a big W for him. To win it by 8 lengths. Oh, man. Irish Legend. Let's go, my boy. That's a great first-time Grade 1 win. Gotta save all of these because, I decided for highlights videos for our horses. It's just easier for me to do it like this and just save the replays if I remember. I know certain horses I've probably retired where I didn't save many of their replays, and not to mention I didn't think some of their races were like that crazy. It was just great that they were winning, but these are really big races, you know. These are big race wins, I should say, by big margins. And I think it's good to show that type of domination that these horses are having. So, Irish Legend. In fact, all the 3-year-olds now have a G1 win, except for Desert Falcon. So, it's kind of sad, man. You don't want your horse just to be, you don't want just one out of the group of 6 to not have a Grade 1. He's the only one out of his 6 stablemates, classmates, essentially, that doesn't have a Grade 1 win. But I think we'll get one with him one day. It just have to be the right race. Vivid Gemstone is up in the Pluto S. I forgot what I'm even doing with Vivid Gemstone, to be honest. He's already got his GWS. We're going for Sprint Champ title. Yes, we are. But he only has like 2 or 3 races towards that, so he's almost halfway there. Second favorite behind Provident Time. Provident Time is a good horse, but I think we can beat them. I beat him. And Vivid Gemstone is still good enough. Good response, good power, and he's still fast at 80 speed, so I think this is still our race to win. Without a shout of a doubt. Without a shout of a doubt.
The horses are on the track.
The horses are on the track. And if they're on the track, then... Okay. I just like making fun of that. Because it's just so, like, out of nowhere. Sometimes, if I'm not paying attention, it will scare me. I'm just like, who's that guy yelling at me? And I'm like, oh, I forgot. They put that in the game. Oops. Alright. I'm not going to lie, I thought my recording stopped for a second. I'm like, there's no way I've been recording for these past 30 minutes and it's been, not actually working. But it has. Good, because that's the worst feeling. When I realize it stops randomly for some reason. There's really no answer for it. It just happens. This technology sometimes, it just fails. It shouldn't happen, though. But my capture software is also ancient, so that doesn't help. Okay, I forgot this is a sprint. I'm like, what are we doing here? I'm like, why is nobody taking the initiative? But it's however long this race is, 6, 7 furlongs. All right, we got to get going now. I think I don't want to wait too long. Good start. Rebo, we don't need it, but I think it was necessary to get going when we got going because they were waiting way too long. Let's see, maybe they'll answer back. Like, no, I think Provident Time is nowhere to be seen, so Vivid keeps this up. He has plenty of stamina, and that's an easy win for Mr. Gemstone, and he's still winning as he should be. Let's freaking go. Wins and wins and wins and wins. That's what we want. So many good horses now. It's just so good to finally be at this point. You guys don't understand the time of not winning in this game in this series. It was really a struggle. I did at times think, am I ever going to get to a point where we're going to have super horses and be able to win races pretty easily, consistently? And keep in mind, we're still not even at the highest level of what we can achieve. Not even close. We still have so many good horses to breed and to create and to retire to create stronger horses. So we're just now breaking through finally to really seeing what that's going to be about. Fairy Singer's up in the London Gold Cup, 20 furlongs, and he's the favorite. Yeah, like, who's last song? The 11 horses, the next closest. That's hilarious, because Fairy Singer only has 76 stamina, but it's because, or 75 now, he's on the decline. But he has a sustained growth type, and again, it's because his speed and the stamina are identical. His temper is 71, so he's not going to give you an issue. And he has good staying and power still in the 70s. The important categories are where they need to be. 20 furlongs. This is insane. Have I done this race and won it? Probably not, right? YouTube asked me if I'm still listening. Yes, I'm still listening. Like, I don't need to be clicking on my computer.
The horses are on the track.
Come on, man. 20 furlongs, man. It's good to know that the next closest horse is like $7 off of where we're supposed to be. So that tells me, like, we really should destroy this race. 4-minute 22nd, 4:20. Interesting record time. Let's see if we can go ahead and maybe beat that with Fairy Singer.
Are in the gate.
Not a huge concern. In fact, we can't because I have to run them as a closer. So unless they're going to be running a fast pace, we're probably not beating the record. Unless Fairy Singer closes down on the field so badly that they just completely crumble in front of us. But we'll see. It's been. When's the last time we were favored by like $7 whole to the next closest horse? That's a really big margin. If a horse went off at like odds of like what 1-1, and then the next closest horse is 8-1, that's a really big margin. That means like the horse is completely, undermatched in regards to their competition. Like they should be racing against much tougher horses, or maybe they're just that strong and the rest of the field is that bad. Whatever the case, we're just going to be on cruise control here with Fairy Singer because, like, it's 16 furlongs to go. Like, my goodness. We are just on cruise control. We're just going to take in the sights here as we kind of zoom into the jockey in a weird way. Beautiful day here. Beautiful racetrack. Thousands and millions and hundreds of people watching us just kind of coast and not really take this race seriously because, well, it's a long race. Why do I need to take it seriously now? How many times are we going around? Just once, right? Or are we going around twice? Is this track big enough to go? Is this track small enough for twice? No, this has got to be a one-way. Or maybe it is. No, we're going around twice. Wow. We are actually going around twice. Right? Oh, wait. No, maybe not, actually. I forgot. This track is much bigger than I realized. Yep. This stretches all the way over there, so we still have to go all the way around. So actually, we have a long way to go. It's fine. Yeah, we're gonna start to close in on the field now. I didn't realize where actually the home stands were. I thought it was a lot closer, and I'm like, oh, that's like literally on the other side of the country. So got it. Really excited to be introducing a new channel to you guys pretty soon, especially once I have more time to dedicate to it. I'm not going to tell you the theme yet, but it's obviously not going to be horse racing related, but it's going to be another gaming channel here. And I would hope that you guys would want to support me if you wish to do so, of course. If you guys just want to follow this, that's fine, but obviously we'll do a lot of different stuff, different gaming on the other channel. Want to get some more community stuff going as well. So hopefully some of you guys will be over there once I launch it. Really excited for that.
5 furlongs to go.
Alright, now we'll kind of get Fairy Singer into striking distance, because now, you know, we're awake, we're here. We're here, you know, we were way back there, we could care less about what was happening up here, but now we're here to say, well, it's game time. It's game time. Now, I don't know really how I'm going to run this. I don't really want to run this far on the outside, but, well, we almost got blocked, so let's go. We got Spurt. Come on, Fairy. I think he's going to smoke this field once he gets up to it. I really do. I think he's going to smoke him because he's such a heavy favorite, and I don't think the rest of this field was ready for this race, and they weren't.
Wow.
This is what I mean, man. We didn't have to take it seriously until the really 6 furlongs because, like, they weren't going to have a chance.
We have a winner.
20 furlong winner, Fairy Singer. Unreal, bro. This horse is kind of... And his stats aren't even that great. That's really what's crazy to me about Fairy Singer. He has average stats, slightly above average, and he performs like a double S, triple, whatever, quadruple horse. My goodness. Fairy Singer. Dude, you just have stamina for days, clearly. Fairy Singer just runs and runs and runs, and he just doesn't get tired. 6th length winner. Not even close. Double S on the spurt. Direct victory. Let's move along. That's just what he's been doing. Like, he can win any race at a long distance. That's really nice to know, actually. That was a great week for us. My gosh. 4 wins in a row. 3 from our originals, 1 from Fairy Singer at 20 furlongs. Yeah, good things. Good things happening here at the HRG stables, the HRG ranch. Let's see. Who needs to be in a race? Tigris? No, you're done. Toxic. Very... And he's still in the green. He just ran 20 furlongs. He's like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Look at him. 20 furlongs and he's not even exhausted. He's just like, I just need some food and I'm ready to go. Sustained growth type. That's the beauty of horses with sustained growth types in this game. They can just run and compete at such a high level for such a long time. It's like you are a rarity amongst super racehorses. You really are. The average racehorse only has, what, of really good competitive racing, 2 or 3 years in it by today's standards as far as sprinters, milers, maybe just a little bit above the mile distance, you know. Anything around the Kentucky Derby range distance, those horses are usually only that good for 2 or 3 years tops. Usually 2 years, sometimes only 1. Because, you know, owners are so quick to retire them just for money, which I hate that that's a thing in the sport because there are such great horses that could really race beyond, you know, just their 3-year-old season. But these owners just care about money for breeding and they're retiring them. I get it from a business standpoint, but from a fan standpoint, like, it's robbing us of seeing some really great racehorses run well beyond their prime and see how good they can be. Like, that's one thing about the sport I wish would change, but money talks. So until money stops talking, like, that's not going to change. Bit of a Gemstone gets his 7th grade 1 win there at the Pluto Stakes. And we're still going for that sprint title. Yeah, there we go. The sprint title. We're going to go ahead and run him in the Victoria because, again, sprint title for him. I'm surprised he doesn't have it. Well, he is all-rounder in GWS Turf. He's already a Hall of Fame horse, as he should be, because he's been extremely consistent. 12 wins in 17 starts, and he's had 16. Oh, no, he's finished in the top 3 all 17 of his starts. We've never finished outside the top 3, so, yeah. His consistency is unreal. So that's lovely, obviously. Cleopatra's in the Diamond Cup. Desert Falcon, we're just going to settle him for a grade 2, because I just don't know how good he's going to be. Galaxy Star will be in the sprint. Golden Wings is good, and then Irish Legion, they want you in a grade 2, but yeah, right. 70 stamina, okay. I'm so happy we have horses with good stamina now, and I say good, I mean it's just not bad. You know, like, remember, like, the average stamina I was getting was 50, maybe a mid-60. I could dream of a 70 if it came along. So it's like, it's just good to finally have horses now that I know I don't have to worry about getting too tired as long as I run them right. Alright, Irish Legend, I wanted to get you in a G1, or G1, excuse me, a GWS G1, yes, but nothing's going to be available for you, bud. So, Super Mile Cup. What's his distance? 10 to 16. He has the longer distance. I don't want to put him in the sprint. Dublin Oaks. What's his growth type? Sustained. You know what? He can still be competitive to win a GWS title next year. I don't think there's any opportunities. I don't want to run him in 8. I don't want to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and title chase with him this year. Just start winning as many grade 1s as we can. And then next year, if he's still good enough, we'll try him out in the GWS. Unless it opens up for us later in the year. I just don't think that's going to happen, though. But, you know. So, Mr. Legend, we're going to go ahead and throw you in the Super Sprint. It's just... Oh. Accident, guys. Big accident. Obviously, since I just said I didn't want to put him in the sprint, 6-2. That means all those races I just didn't save, so... I didn't... It's like the second time I've done this in this episode. I'm just pressing X and I don't want to actually press it. It's another race I was thinking about, but I just spaced out there. Oh, gosh. That's not ideal. I'm not saying he can't win that race, but he's not a... And I hate that you... As much as I love 2004, you should be able to scratch your horses. You should be able to scratch. You should be able to scratch. I can't even pull them out of that race now. That's really stupid. Like, they gave you the option in 2003. It doesn't make sense. Some of the things they took away in this game that they had in the previous one. Like, you took that away for what reason? It's just like somebody changed their mind. I don't know. It's annoying. But regardless, I should have been paying more attention. That was not what was supposed to happen. We're going to have to run it, though, but it is what it is. Again, there's no GWS race I can put him in anyways. I didn't want to put him in the sprint. And ironically, now he's going to be running a sprint race, so... I'm just going to have to make sure I do the best I can. Make sure we hit our goal. If we're not supposed to win, if it's top 5, let's just finish in the top 5 and just forget about that race after that. Today, Devil, she's still 2 years off of her prime. She's only 4. She won't peak until almost 6, so I'm still sticking her to opens. There's no reason to run her into the ground yet. Like, no point. Next year, I think I'll start her in the more competitive graded races, and then probably sprinkle in some grade 1s if I think she's ready to win those. It's just she needs wins right now. Wins are more important than just finishing, third in a grade 1. I'd rather get those W's. I think that matters a little bit more for the long term. So let's just continue to build that consistency, and then, like I said, next year we'll probably see if she's capable of winning a grade 1. We'll throw her in a really easy one, or at least one of the easiest ones we can. Her speed's 74, though. If her speed hits like 80, then I think we could toss her in one, because a horse that has 80 speed in this game is, fast enough to usually win a sprint if you just run them right, under the right circumstances, and they don't have any other glaring issues that prevent them from winning that race. Then an 80 speed horse should be able to win most sprint.
They are midway down the backstretch.
I said she's 74 speed, I think, now, so she's not far off. I just want to keep it simple. Like, that's really it. I want to keep it simple.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
I don't have big aspirations for her. She's a great horse, and I just want to do as well as we can once we get to that point. Trying to get her on the move now, so we got a long way to go. And she charged up to the front here pretty nice. I thought I was going to have to work her a lot harder than that, and she really just made that as easy as possible. But that's also why she's a double S horse in this game. She's extremely good. She's been good since the first Gallop racer in 1999. And I know it's just the open, but again, this is what I want with her for now, for the rest of this year. Let's just build on consistent wins. I want her to have a lot. I think that matters for horses in this game. And that keeps me in good rhythm with her. And then I can just kind of try to move that rhythm over to the graded races and just try to win those the same way. It's a lot easier to obviously go to the front in an open race with just such lower class horses in these fields, but yeah, just keep it simple with Sedate Devil. That's really all she needs. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. All right, Corley Lark's up in the Summer GP, supposed to finish 8th. I mean, whatever, bro. Like, he's on the decline for sure, but again, I don't really want to retire him yet. But if I do, I'll probably have to replace Blues Breeze or Long Live Bolero. So maybe I'll retire him soon. But does he even have a title yet? I think he should. Like I said, Courtly, I'm just going to keep racing until I'm bored. I think I said that in this episode, and I'm sticking to that. So if I'm bored now, then I'm bored now. If I'm bored 5 races from now, then that's when it is. But I don't know. It's been fun with Courtly. Again, he's another horse I had no major aspirations for. Like, I'd rather win the bigger things with our own original horses. Like, I want to do things differently. I don't want to just win with just the horses, the good horses the game is giving you. I'd rather do that with our own. And not to mention our own horses are getting stronger and stronger, so those are the horses I want to use more so for breeding anyways. Like, I don't think I'm going to buy any more horses for a while. Like, we don't need any more sires to buy. And as far as broodmares are concerned, I mean, I don't think we need any over there either. We have a lot of strong fillies on the way. We have great fillies doing well on track now. That'll be awesome broodmares. Butterfly Effect is still racing. Toxic Blonde is still racing. Tigress of Stone is still racing. I don't really need to buy any other in-game horses. I really don't. I think we're completely fine with what we currently have.
They are midway down the backstretch.
So, you know, after these next crop of Gallop Racer or in-game horses are retired, like, it's just going to be originals.
Okay,
man. It really is. Unless I see a horse that I've always wanted to use. Like, if Kramer's King pops up, I will get him because he's still a horse I've never really been able to use in my games. But there's really no other horse I'm interested in trying to acquire, to be honest with you. I can't even think of one. Alright, Courtly, let's see if you can still win here, bud. You got plenty of stamina to go, so unless they're going to catch you, I think this should be a win. And Courtly is still fun to race on. That's what I mean. Like, until I get bored of racing with him and winning and whatever that entails, then we'll keep racing.
We have a winner.
He'll keep winning. So, that's a good win for him. 10. I forgot, we were still approaching the mid-champ title, so he should be close to that. Why would they ever put these camera angles in the game and then allow you to take a picture with it? Like, how is that a good angle for any type of picture? That looks awful. It looks like a picture taken from like a, you know, a fly on the track or something. I don't know. 11 furlongs, he gets that done. He should be close to mid-champ. He might actually get the title soon if he hasn't already got it. That's like his, in my notes, that is like 6 wins. Or 5 or 6. At that distance, so he's really close to that mid-champ title. Well, let's look at these classifications, shall we? Irish Legend is a 126 for the 3-year-olds, and that's in the mid-distance. This is 3-year-old turf category, so he's a 126 for the mid. Golden Wings is a 119 for the mid and a 125 for the long, and Cleopatra's a 122 for the mid and 123 for the long. Real Happy, she's only a 121 for the mile, 111 for the mid. Galaxy Star is only 120 for the mile and 116 for the mid. So they're saying Cleopatra, Golden Wings, and Irish Legend are our best horses right now. 3-year-old dirt category, we don't have anybody over there. 4-year-old turf, I don't think we have any. Oh, Courtly Lark is here, 133 for the mid. Whatever. Tigress of Stone, she's up there for 127 for the mile. It's not bad, actually. That's higher than I thought she would be this year. So that's fine. And then for the 4-year-old dirt, where is our girl even up here? Free Fear, she's 126. So it's not bad, man. We are doing pretty well. So Courtly, another win for you. That was grade 1 win, number 11. 15 wins out of 19 starts. That's what I mean. I'm just going to keep racing him until I'm bored. I'm kind of getting bored, but kind of not. So I might just give him as long of a layoff as I can and then just race him when he's impatient. So let's just run him in the England S because he could win the mid-champ title by then. Alright, so, let's see, almost, this episode's been pretty long. Oh, you know what? 2-year-olds, and we only have 3 this year, so 2 Colts and a filly. Burning Wind from Flying Cowboy and Fiery Dancer, let's go. Not bad, that's pretty much what I expected. Should be really fast. Alright, we've acquired him, Flying Autumn, from Blues Breeze and Autumn Autumn. About what I expected, so that's okay. And then Valley King from Vivid Legend and Chasing Hearts. Lower than I expected. Well, usually when the game does that, that tells me the horse is probably going to be a monster. Because that's how it's happened the last couple of years when they've given a horse like those type of like qualification standards. I'm like, probably going to be better than that. So, Mr. King, if there's a grade 1, I'm tossing you in there. Let's just see how you do. We'll run you 6 furlongs. In fact, I may do that for all of them. Thread colors or silks, like, I don't know what, or, you know, the tack, I should say. What am I talking about? I don't know what we're going to do yet, because I got to wait to post that in the Discord for you guys. So, I'm just going to keep them kind of neutral until then. Flying Autumn, let's run you against the fillies. We're putting them, we got to see what they're like right out the gate. It's a good class of horses. And Burning Wind, are you actually a dirt horse legitimately? Cowboy and Dancer might be a dirt horse, because I want him in that dirt race. So if that's the case, is there a grade 1 you can do before then? Because if there is, that should be your first test anyways. Everybody else is running grade 1s. You're not exempt from it. 8.5 at the Liquor Stakes. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that for Burning Wind. Alright, the 2-year-olds are up. None of them will be racing this month, though. In fact, 2 of them won't be racing till next month, and Burning Wind's not racing till October, so we're not going to see them debut in this episode, but I think that's even more special for the 200th episode of Gallop Racer. Real happy. My girl, 85 speed. She could hit 90. Pink Gemstone was really fast. I do kind of forget that. Pink was really fast. That's also what kept her so competitive. She was really quick. Is there a sprint category for you to run? Because I think that's what I want to do as soon as I can. Get her in a sprint race, whatever is available. But she may have to wait, and I'm okay with waiting. Super Mile Cup. Let's run you in that. She's really hot right now, so I think that's a fair shot with her. Mr. Legend, you're good. Golden Wings, you're also good. Galaxy's good. Desert's good. Clea, Courtly Lark, and the King, yes. I think everybody's good. Free Fears in the Long Beach Cup. I almost forgot about you, but how could I? You hit 90 speed at some point. Really good stats. You can run on turf or dirt. Great light type. 7 grade 1 wins, and she's finished in the top 3, 14 out of her 15 races. So, extremely consistent. That's what I want. I think everybody's good, so I guess we'll try to get whatever races. We have nothing in July, except for one with Galaxy Star. Oh, no, we have 2. Galaxy Star and Cleopatra. Okay. And they're both running in GWSs. Cleopatra's first GWS test and Galaxy Stars. Oh, Free Fear as well. Okay, we have 3 races this month. I literally just overlooked them. So actually, I think we'll probably just end the episode, though, on these 3 races coming up. I'm just curious who's in this Tokyo Derby field. So yeah, let's go ahead and knock these last 3 out, and then we'll have plenty of racing next month in October to kick off the 200th episode. So just be mindful, guys, until I probably can stream that, because I want to do that for you guys. There will be obviously a little bit of a hiatus after this episode of Gallop Racer 2004, which means I'll be going back to 2003, because we still have so much work to do in that game. I hate that it takes so long to progress. That really is kind of demoralizing sometimes and demotivating, but, you know, we'll try to cover as much ground as we can, because I feel like we've hit a rough patch with, like, not having any fillies in the last 7 years plus of that playthrough. No fillies at all. They just keep giving me boys, so it's like, you know, we got to get some new girls in there, because we need stronger brood mares. That also would help us along, and they're just not putting any really good fillies in the shop to purchase, so we're kind of just in a weird spot, and we can only get through it by playing, so we'll have to get back to that. But Galaxy Star, she's up. I talked about it, and this is her test. Summer sprint, 6 furlongs. She is the favorite, as she should be, and I'm not really worried about anybody in this field. Flying Bryant. Oh, we're co-favorites with Flying Bryant. Okay. Still not worried. Wild Weapons here. So us and Flying Bryant. And Galaxy Star, she's really solid, man. 9 to 16 furlongs, really wide range from Vivid Legend out of Chasing Hearts. Great abilities, last corner leader, stretch burst, grid, and whatever that last one is that I haven't tapped into yet. Good stats. Vivid and Chasing. Definitely think that's a breeding pair we can continue to use going forward, you know.
The horses.
I think they work well together. Like, I don't really want to do Vivid Legend with other horses or with the other broodmares. I think I've gotten enough. I think him and Chasing are giving us the best. As well as him and Gemstone. In fact, we can do those two simultaneously or whatever. Gemstone and Vivid, and then, you know, Chasing Hearts and Vivid. I think those are two very reliable breeding pairs where we know we're going to get really strong, reliable horses. I still want stronger ones, though. But I think for our reliable breeding pair, if we want it, we know we can always rely on those two as long as they're back there. So we're off in the summer sprint here, and I know what they're going to do. They're going to keep running at this pace, and they're going to start slowing down randomly, and they're going to try to goof us up here. But the thing is, Galaxy Star, she can run probably as a front runner if she wants. The triangle is a little bit shaded, as you can see. And this is our race to win. I'm really not worried about anybody here in this field. I am not. She hits max stamina. She does. 2 7s. This is our race to win. So
Show your guts.
no revolution. It doesn't matter. She'll be fine.
2 furlongs to go.
Rip. She'll be fine. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I am not worried. I know that horse is gapping us right now, but I'm not worried. She'll fight back. She'll answer back. She'll answer back. Come on, Galaxy. You got it right there, my girl. She'll answer back. She'll make it close. But she's going to get up there and get the win right at the wire. A lot closer than it needed to be. I got to be honest. The 12 fought a lot harder than I thought. Oh, my goodness. I got started a tad bit late there, too. We all kind of noticed that. But we're not going to talk about it because she still gets the win, and she starts off her GWS Sprint campaign with a bang. With the bang. Made that a lot closer than it needed to be. That was Wild Weapon, though. I mentioned that horse. I wasn't worried about anybody else. Flying Brian never really beats me, and you see he finishes third, and he was 4 lengths off. So that's why I never worry about Flying Brian. But Wild Weapon is very, very good. So I think I had every reason to be worried about that horse, but I told you even in deep stretch as we were not winning, I'm like, I'm not worried. I know she's going to pull through. I know it's going to be close. And I just had a feeling it was going to be a photo finish. Once I realized Wild Weapon wasn't going away, I'm like, okay, she's going to stay there right till the end. But I'm like, Galaxy Star, she's got so much heart. She's so strong. She's going to push through. She got stretch burst there at the end. And, yeah, she kicks off that GWS Sprint campaign very nicely. And that was her 4th Grade 1 win. So while she's doing all this, she's working on her Sprint Champ title as well. And she's proving herself as a sprinter, Galaxy Star. She is. Like, she's very, very strong. And she's able to maintain that for a long time. She may not be the fastest flat-out sprinting horse on the track, but it's the strength and consistency that allows her to keep that speed up. Keep her speed up to a optimum for a long time. Free Fear is up in the Long Beach Derby. We're trying her out in the GWS Dirt because she's the only one we have going. She's currently sitting 3rd. She wins here today. That should put her in a good position for 1st. And I might run her as a front runner. Depends, because I really felt we should have won that first GWS Dirt race with her, and we didn't. So I kind of want to make sure that doesn't get botched again.
On the track.
Formal opera with the record here.
The horses are in the gate. And they're off. That was a
start.
beautiful
We'll
start.
take it. And let's see how it goes. So, like I said, I'm considering running her as a front runner, but it depends what happens up here with the pace. I mean, I could keep her as a procedure, but I don't want them to. I don't want to be squeezed outside like this. So, yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and run up ahead of you and move in. It's not gonna be running 3 wide. No excuse for that. Actually, we're just going to slide her in right here. This is perfect. We're just going to stalk Collins and Empty Mind. Yeah, like, I don't... Like, who are we racing against? Who is actually leading? Go for Court. I can't... I don't even know if any of the horses that are leading us in the GWS are here. Maybe Go for Court? Can't remember if that horse is actually ahead of us, though. Petite Ridge? I'll have to double check. I don't remember who's...
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Alright, well, using striking distance as we wanted. And let's go ahead and get her on the slight move. Make sure she doesn't burn herself out, because the longer she can maintain this,
Show your guts.
then we're good. Now we're going to go. Let's go, Free Fear. Let's go. Put him away. Put him away. Great run. She's got plenty of stamina. And unless they have an answer in deep stretch, she needs to bounce back. The 9 horse is reeling us in, though. 9 horse reeling us in, but I think we just managed to get Free Fear in the right spot at the right time. And she's going to hold on to win the Long Beach Cup. Whew. That was close, I'm not going to lie. That was pretty close, but she held on. She held on. And that's a good answer. That keeps her in contention for this GWS Dirt title, so... Free Fear, my girl. Let's go. Kind of showing some shades of Black Ruby. Not the same level of dominance, because Black Ruby was winning her dirt races by margins, and it was never really close. But a win is a win, and again, that's a big start, or a big, I should say, continuation of her campaign in the Dirt Series, and hopefully that puts her in first place. And then we can kind of take a little bit of a breather, and then just really try to keep that consistency up. And, yeah, Galaxy Star with that win. She automatically jumps to first in the GWS Sprint, so that's awesome. Tigress of Stone, like I said, we're going to go ahead and drop out. Wild Weapon is a threat, so is Sly Shark and Empty Tree. Those are pretty tough horses, so this isn't a shoe-in for the turf, or excuse me, for the sprint. But if we can just continue to have domination like we've been doing with Galaxy Star, I think we could win it. The turf, we'll be seeing some new horses up there for us. And Free Fear, she does jump to first above Cosmic Fear and Vast Delight. That was a big win. So Go for Court. We were competing against that horse. We beat them. Cosmic Fear and Vast Delight are going to be tough to beat as well. But Free Fear, for now, got 2 of our horses leading the GWS. With 1 more race to go with Cleopatra. And that's going to be in the GWS Turf Series. And if she wins that, she can move up to first. So, all good stuff on that end. So Free Fear, get you back in the dirt when it rolls around for you. Whenever that is, I don't know. The Furess. Alright. It's usually a fun race I like to run. And Cleopatra, you're ready to go. And then Galaxy Star. She's double S. 93 stamina. Wow! Vivid Legend and Chasing Hearts. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, the super horses are coming. You guys are seeing us get horses with better stats and really good categories a lot sooner than I kind of anticipated. And that's, as far as what you need a racehorse to have in this game to win, she's almost there. 93 stamina with 82 speed. And I'm running her in the sprint, mind you. So if she's able to win the sprint, gosh, she really should be in the Turf Series with 93 stamina. That's unbelievable. Should I double dip and put her in both? Oh my goodness, 93 stam. That's wild. Vivid Legend and Chasing Hearts, 93 stamina horse. If I want my stamina, that's all I have to do. That's really amazing. I mean, she's leading the sprint. I've committed to it. I know it feels weird to have her in this race, but that might work out for us as well. That means I can actually start her a lot sooner on her spurts in these sprint races, because she shouldn't get tired with 93. I didn't know where they just revealed her stamina. That after winning that sprint race with her, now we see her stamina. I didn't know what it was prior to that, so 93. I mean, with her speed and staying and power, I should definitely... I know her braking isn't good. It may take her a little bit of time to get up to that speed, but again, I get her started earlier. She's not going to get tired. Galaxy Star, wow. Your stats are amazing. Are you going to do... She's already got 4 G1 wins as a 3-year-old. She's 6 for 8. Galaxy Star, she might... Her and Cleopatra both. Cleopatra, 87 stam. They've just revealed that as well. Holy cannoli, man. 90 speed. The super horses are coming, man. Some people may consider them here now. I've seen people's horses, and I know we still have a ways to go as far as how high these stats can get. But, I mean, we're getting there finally. Like, these are really, really good right now. 80, the stamina, finally. My goodness. Not having to worry about that makes this a lot more doable, you know. You don't have to worry about your horses tiring out. You can really run them to their full potential. It doesn't mean you run them like a, you know, like a clown, but you run them as hard as you can at the right moment. So let's get this last GWS race done with Cleopatra. Let's see if she can continue on her domination. And that will conclude this episode, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed, as always. And whoever's challenging me, oh, Kate, I almost forgot you were even like a thing, but, you know, goodbye. They don't understand. I don't like any of them. Kate, Nielsen, just like they just annoy me now. I'm just really focused on our horses because they're never on any good horses anymore. Like the really good AI jockeys in this game are the ones that aren't even like the 3D models that annoy us, you know, every week or every month with the challenge. Like the really good ones have no sort of identity. They're just last names. NGO, for example, he's really good. Capono is always pretty good, you know. Dean is on the second favorite, but, like, I mean, we're not losing to any of the AI jockeys anymore for rival challenges. Whereas, like, you know, end of the year awards ever again. They're still not telling me Cleopatra's position, which is insane. Now, she's supposed to win this race. This is the Diamond Cup. Now that I know that she's got 87 stam, I'm definitely going to run her like butterfly. Well, I know I just need to run her like butterfly effect. I have to send her to the front if I can. Now, if there's a horse that wants to like do some weird gout race or voodoo magic and just like do something weird and go 5 wide, you know, and be sprinting at 5 wide, like I know, okay, this is something I'm just going to have to just let play out. And I can't challenge for the lead because the game is trying to get me to chase that horse, and I'm like, I'm not chasing the rabbit.
That was a beautiful start.
That is not what we do here. We are not chasing the rabbit. That's a dangerous thing to get into. So as long as this is a normal race, I will keep her at the front because, like, I guarantee you she has like 2 triangles shaded for her positioning, so I don't know if the game's ever going to tell me. That's really annoying, but I think after we retire her, they should reveal it. They should, right? I would hope it still wouldn't be question marks, but... Can I do that right quick, actually? I might do that after this race. If she can even be retired. I forgot. She's only 3 years old. She probably hasn't even hit that point yet. If I could retire her, I would, and I would just want to see what her positioning is, because like I'm just not in the mood to go through races and look at the grading and try to figure it out, because I know it's going to be something just stupid that's just going to be too hard for me to figure out, just kind of without actually knowing. So I figure whenever we get there, we'll get there. She's not happy about the pace, and I mean, I'm not complaining. If we can just run easy like this benefits us.
5
really.
furlongs to go.
We don't have to be running faster, but I really feel like she's a front runner, but I've run her in the front, and they still haven't told me that that's her position, and they would only give me an A rank at best. So wherever it is what it is. Let's just focus on winning the race. We gotta push now. There we go, my girl. Alright, Cleopatra. Let's see how you compare against your stablemates. Galaxy Star is looking dangerous. Real Happy is looking really dangerous. And Cleopatra is also like, and I'm looking really dangerous? Question mark. You know? Raising eyebrow emoji. Like, you mean to also include me, right? I'm still looking just as dangerous. And she is. She gets her GWS turf campaign started off with the bank. I just cannot believe our girls are this good now. Like, they just win right out the gates. Like, as soon as you figure it out with them, they just win. And they're winning by huge margins, and it's not even close. They're just, like, running off with it. Cleopatra. That's her fourth grade one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but they're so good, man. When is the Dream Cup coming around? Like, I need to see how we compare. I've never done the Dream Cup, so that's going to be something new to basically showcase. And when I say showcase, I mean just show somebody that's never done it playing it for the first time. Well beyond the relevancy of the game, but it doesn't matter. I think the Dream Cup is going to be this year or next year at the latest. I know we're really close. I haven't kept track of when we initially got that invitation, but I think, don't quote me. I could be thinking about 2003 as well. I know we had something for it pop up. I just can't remember what it said. Everything seems like a blur. Positioning is still D. This is what I mean, like, I don't think she's a mid or a closer. She could be, but like I don't want to run her like that. She can't run like that. She'll lose head-to-heads and then she'll be done. She has to be at the front. So she's a horse that they're just going to keep subtracting points from her because I'm not getting good grades on everything else, but it's like you're not telling me squat. So that's just going to how it's going to be. If that's how I have to win with her, that's how I'm going to win with her. And now we're leading all three categories. And it's all the girls. The girls are showing the boys up so badly right now. She's tied for first here, Cleopatra, but at that rate, at that performance, she's a shoo-in to win the Terp series. Lemon Bowl, Global Ruby, I don't think either of those horses are close to Cleopatra. I just realized I have to run her like Butterfly Effect. Galaxy Star, freaking 93 stamina. She can just run forever. Like, it's amazing, man. It's amazing the point that we're finally at in year 34 of this playthrough. I mean, 93. 87 stamina. Look at Cleopatra's stats all on the left, from Flying Cowboy and Ozymandias. I knew she was going to be a super horse because of both of those horses' stats. And again, keep in mind, they're not even the strongest we can use and utilize to create a Cleopatra. I'm telling you guys, we're not too far off from just a lot of really insane horses finally with like 90 stats everywhere. Finally. I feel like we're maybe 5 years off of that tops in this playthrough, and possibly less, depending on what happens in the next couple of years. 93 for Galaxy Star. That's insane. Oh, that's really, really insane. That's so sweet. 93 stam. And the thing is, these are the girls with this great stamina. So they're, as long as I use the right sires, who they usually always have pretty decent stamina, most of them, like, we're going to always have horses now with insane stamina. Wow, they're really giving me all the good horses, huh? Prime Colony, Sustain. But like these special horses, they never have any good abilities. It's just really good stats, like basic abilities, bro. Last to first, like that for Cool Spirit, but like that's it. It's just stats. They don't even have any decent abilities that I would like to use. But like I said, I'm not buying any more of their horses. Like I'd rather just continue to focus in-house. So wow, really good episode. Let's go ahead and actually do what we always do. Let's go ahead and check on the little ones before we head out here. Let's look at the one-year-olds. 5-star potential for Jaden's Champion, and then Shallow Light's the only 3-star horse, but everybody else is 4, and they could potentially reach 5 stars as well. So Jaden's Champion, 5-star future, 5-star flex from Diamond Plan out of Lee's Gold. Our horses are just going to continue to get stronger. Like now I think about it, like the 5-year thing is a legitimate target, because in the next 2 classes of horses, like even starting with this one, possibly with Jaden's Champion, we're going to get stronger horses. This is from Diamond Plan and Chasing Hearts. Joker's card, 5-star flex, 4-star future. You know, 4 stars for a General Reason and Fiery Dancer fall. That's actually really nice, because again, General Reason completely underachieved from what I wanted him to do, and Fiery Dancer just couldn't achieve as much as I wanted. So you're talking about 2 statistically good parents, you know, with a good pedigree on the side of Fiery Dancer, but you know, for this to be a 4-star filly, like she could really be a nice, you know, sneaky fast dirt horse, kind of like a newer Aunt B. Or better, so that'd be sweet. I mean, this whole class is Actually, no, the next class is all fillies, but this one is a mix of colts and fillies. Diamond Planet Moon Trapper, 4-star future, 5-star flex. That's not bad. Diamond Planet Awesome Autumn. Like, every one of these horses are going to probably be good. General Reason and Irish Fleet, not looking. She is actually the weakest of the group, by far. 2-star Calm. So, her and Irish Fleet, I don't know. I mean, him and Irish Fleet, I don't know what that's going to create, but she's beautiful, so I just hope she does well enough for us to be able to maybe use down the line, and maybe better. I'll try my best. I don't know what her strength is going to be. Strong heart. I think she'll be very consistent, but we'll see. Jaden's Champion, my gosh. I hope so. I gave him the name for a reason. And Jaden, this is your horse. So from Diamond Planet and Lee's Gold, the speed should be unreal. This should be like a 99, 10, whatever it is type of speed horse. Because, yeah, Lee's Gold, she could fly, man. Joker's card, cannot wait for her. So yeah, my goodness, this class is going to be awesome. This class of horses is going to be fantastic. And then you look at the new ones, yearlings, and Far Genius. This is a Moonbee and Lee's Gold foal, the only one that's still 1-star flex. But and keep in mind, this is the complete filly class, all fillies, all girls. Like, they really felt bad for screwing us over with taking so many of the girls away from us in the beginning of this playthrough. Now they're just, just absolutely just sending them all our way. This filly from Diamond Planet Chasing Hearts is going to be good. Diamond Planet Pink Gemstone, that should be really fun. Moonbee and Awesome, this should be really fun. She should be really, really nice. And Vivilegend and Moon Trapper. Like, we're not even getting to the best of our best breeding still. We still have, you know what I mean? We're not even there yet. So awesome to finally be at that point in this game, man. And this is the era of the horse racing gamer. Okay. I don't have a name for it, and I couldn't think of anything in the moment. So just know that this is our time to really start to pick up our domination and continue to get stronger and stronger horses. We got to get to the Dream Cup here soon if we don't have the invitation. I swear we did, but I could be misremembering. Because we don't have... Do we have a horse that's won all 3 categories of the GWS yet? Like, has anybody actually done that? What am I looking for in here? No. Hall? Jockey titles, I mean, that's not what well, let me see. What do we have here? Don't care about doing that series, so that's why I don't want to enter that yet. Still want our Dream Cup stuff, man. We gotta get there. Yeah, who has the most wins out of all of our Hall of Fame horses? Formal Opera, and we still could have achieved way more. I dropped like 4 or 5 races with him, so he could have been a 20 race winner. Oh, wait, I didn't want to see the cinematic. My bad, guys. And I sure as heck don't want to see it with the freaking green hood. Like, are they kidding? Green? And we don't have any Hall of Fame horse that's won all 3 categories of the GWS, so... yeah, nobody's done that. Wow, I haven't done that with a single horse. It should be happening soon. It should be happening soon, then. It should be happening soon enough. But guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Appreciate love and support on the channel. As always, like I said, for episode 200, that will happen whenever I can live stream for you guys, which hopefully will be soon as I get more free time, like during the day, because I know for a number of you that are in a different time zone around the world, like, it would be, like, I have to stream at a point where it's much earlier in my day, obviously. So, and that's usually when I'm working now. So I just have to wait till I have free time to do that. So again, after, this episode is up, there will be a little bit of a hiatus from 2004 until we can live stream that 200th episode. So in the meantime, we'll get back to Gallop Racer 2003 because we still have a lot of work to do in that series, like a lot of work. I want to get as far as I can in that game because it's a game that still to me doesn't receive as much love as I think it should. I know there's obviously things about it that a lot of people don't like, and the fact that we're so limited with breeding and how long it takes. I understand, but it's still a very fun game. I like the different elements of it, so I would still like to give it its love as well. So we still need to, again, do a lot of work over there, and that's what we'll get back into very soon here after this episode. Appreciate you guys. Can't say that enough. Until next time, Horse Racing Gamers out. Have a nice night, evening, day, wherever you are in the world. We will see you later, and goodbye.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
Hey guys, it's Eric. Just a quick reminder to smash the like button if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time. Leave your comments as well, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, because 64% of you at the moment for some reason aren't subs, so make sure you hit that button. Without further ado though, let's get into today's video.